broadcast high school athletics online from Portland's West Side.
We are West Side Mobile Media.
Banks, Oregon.
Thanks for joining us online for this broadcast of Banks Braves High School Athletics on Westside Mobile Media. Banks Braves Athletic broadcasts are brought to you by Jason Bond Remodeling, Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group, Christy Handmeter at Caliber Home Loans, LaHaye's Custom Embroidery, Banks Post Newspaper, Wana Credit Union, Main Street Pizza, Scoggins Creek Coffee, Specialty Screen Printing, GorgeNet ISP, Econo Fab Pole Buildings, In Likeness of You Party Events, and Oregon Army National Guard. Now, here's the voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beard, alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee.
Good evening and happy Monday. Welcome into high school basketball here in the state of Oregon, Banks, Oregon. We are about just about a half hour far west metro area as we get set for girls high school basketball. In fact, we've got a doubleheader tonight. The Banks Braves are hosting the Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates here in the Class 3A, the Oregon Class 3A Coastal Range League. First up, though, it's girls basketball, two teams that are really rearing for the playoffs, actually both in playoff position. The two teams that are coming off of losses trying to get back in the win column, the Banks Braves, who just lost their first game of the season last Wednesday night. They are ready to put that far behind them in the rearview mirror and start a new winning streak as they have 4 games left in the regular season, 3 of those 4 right here at Banks High School, and it all starts tonight. Good evening. I'm Jonathan Lee alongside Trevor Beard, who will be providing some commentary for tonight. I'll be calling all the action here tonight. It promises to be a good one as we'll look to see how much the Banks Braves are ready to respond from that 16-point loss at Corbett on Wednesday. Number 2 Corbett. They were number 3 when they played Corbett. Corbett has moved up to number 2. Banks, it remains number 1 in the Class 3A ranks here in Oregon, as well they should. They are 18-1, one of only 2 schools in 3A in the state that have 1 loss, the other being the Pleasant Hill Billies, who are 16-1. Coming into tonight's games in the Mountain Valley Conference. Pleasant Hill does not play tonight, but the Banks Braves looking basically to has a chance to even go up. Pleasant Hill actually, though, playing in a weaker conference in the Mountain West Conference. The Billies are number 7 on the latest 3A rankings. So, but still a very good team down there in Pleasant Hill. I'm sure that we'll be seeing Pleasant Hill somewhere down the line in the playoffs. Very good team. I have a lot of history with them. Used to call some of their games when I was with Cottage Grove in the Sky M League. Always been a very good basketball school, both in boys and girls basketball, and good to see that they're back up there as well. But tonight, we're not talking about Pleasant Hill. Tonight, we're talking about the Banks Braves and their opponent, the Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates. They come over from Rockaway Beach. It is the furthest west school in the Coastal Valley Range League, as they are right on the beach, just away from Cannon Beach, Lincoln City, kind of in that area. Basically, if you look at the map and you look at their school, they're pretty much a block from the beach. And it's kind of interesting, Trevor, that Banks tonight is sandwiching 2 schools that are basically on opposite ends of the Coastal Valley Range League. Wednesday night, they played at Corbett, which is the furthest east school in this league. Now they're playing the furthest west school in Neah-Kah-Nie, who is coming in off of a 35-32 loss at home to Riverdale. So they're 4th in the league, but right now at number 14 in the state, they are the at-large team in the playoffs were to start tonight.
Yeah, it just goes to show how strong this league is. 4 of the 7 teams in the Coastal Range League for girls basketball would go to the state playoffs if they started today. And I know you said you didn't want to talk about Pleasant Hill, but I have a little connection with Pleasant Hill too. Pleasant Hill current head coach Kim Beer, longtime head coach at North Douglas. I spent some time in school with his daughter Mindy. Great family from Drain. Owns a couple businesses in the area. Also, everywhere he's gone, he's led his team to the playoffs. Lapine did a great job there as well. Led Yoncalla to the 1A state tournament despite only 5 varsity players last year. So Kim Beer, just a great coach taking over at Pleasant Hill.
Kim Beer, well, it shows what a small world, because I also know that I actually coached a Beer from Drain on a Special Olympics team in Cottage Grove. Yep.
Went to school with Alan.
Yep.
That's his brother.
Yep. Very interesting young man is he, but very good, very athletic. For just because they're Special Olympics doesn't mean they're not athletic, and he is very athletic. He was one of our better basketball players, actually. And by the way, I didn't say I didn't want to talk about Pleasant Hill. It's just that this is Banks Braves basketball, not Pleasant Hill. But always ready to talk about other teams in the state, particularly when it comes to basketball. It's just a great time of the year, and we're excited for this game. The Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates coming in. They are 11-6 and 4-4 in the Coastal Range League, but this is not a team for Banks to just roll over and die on. This is a team that could come up and, it could be a trap game.
Yeah, Neah-Kah-Nie's got a lot more to play for, I think, actually, than Banks. Banks still wants to keep the number 1 spot, but they already know they're going to go to the playoffs. Neah-Kah-Nie still battling a chance to battle Riverdale for 3rd to get a lock for the playoffs, and they want to stay in the top 15 so they can stay in contention for the at-large spot at the end of the season.
Well, and if Banks sure, the goal is to stay in contention. Right now, they would share the regular season title with Corbett, both teams winning on their home court. And, of course, Banks at number 1 in the state. As long as you win out, you're likely going to stay in that number 1 spot in the state. But they've got a little bit of heat because tonight they're playing Neah-Kah-Nie, who's a playoff team, and Corbett is hosting Rainier tonight. And then Sutherland is also they're also in action tonight. They're at South Umpqua tonight. So Corbett and Sutherland, 2 games that they probably are going to put in the win column tonight. And so Banks really has their heat because they kind of have a little bit tougher opponent of those 3 teams. Of course, Sutherland being 3rd in the state, Corbett number 2 in the state, and Banks right now sitting number 1 in the state of Oregon. We'll step aside. We'll take a little break, do a little business. This is Banks basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling. We'll be back after we hear from Jason Bond.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Welcome back to Banks High School. Girls basketball here coming up after our game. Our game's going to tip off at 6 o'clock. Coming up about 7:30 or so, it's going to be the boys between Neah-Kah-Nie and the Banks Braves. And Trevor Beard is going to have that game. Trevor, what do you expect in that boys game tonight?
Well, I expect a Banks win, but I don't think it's going to be by as large a margin as Banks would like. Again, Neah-Kah-Nie with a lot to play for, just half a game out of the 3rd and final spot for the Coastal Range League number 3 seed to the state playoffs behind Yamhill Carleton. Right now, the top 3 teams in the CRL for boys are Banks, Riverdale, and Yamhill Carleton, but the CRL on the boys' side, one of the weakest in the state, and I think Banks proved that last week with a 40-point blowout win at Riverdale, currently the number 2 seed in the league. CRL probably the strongest, along with the Far West on the girls' side. Boys' side, CRL probably one of the worst on the boys' side, as when you come to a level of competition and how far those teams will go come playoff time.
Well, looking at the rosters for both of these teams tonight, Neah-Kah-Nie, of course, does not put their height on there. I don't think I've really seen that a lot with the girls' teams we played this year. A lot of opponents, like, sort of, I don't know whether it's secretive and intentional, they don't want to give away the height, but just looking at Neah-Kah-Nie in their warm-ups, once again, I think Banks will have some size advantage down low. Neah-Kah-Nie does have a couple of bigger type post players. It's interesting to see without like looking to see what their rotation will be. You just kind of gauge who that person might play in there. But if they do play, there are some girls that could challenge Madison Walker inside for some rebounds, and that's going to be a key tonight. I think we've seen a lot of times when Banks has been rolling lately, Madison Walker has been really doing a tenacious job on the rebounding. And in the latest last week when the stats came out for the state, Madison Walker right up there in the top 5 with rebounds, and that's going to need to continue, really. They're really going to need Madison to enforce her will down low on the block, but looks like Neah-Kah-Nie does have a couple of bigger players down low that could challenge Madison. What do you think, seeing Madison over the years, will be the biggest the factor down low with those big girls inside? What do we need to see from Madison Walker for Banks to win?
Well, I saw Bianca Smith, number 15 for Neah-Kah-Nie. She played in the JV game, one of the taller players for the Pirates, as Jonathan sees her now coming across onto the court, wearing number 34 for practice jersey. She didn't do a lot offensively in the girls' JV game, but Madison Walker's had her way with most of her opponents on the court. It's just being a senior, you'd think that she'd be more prepared, but she's still comes out like she's nervous every game. Could easily have 15, 20 points every night, but she's missed about half her layups in every game we've seen so far.
Well, I know one thing that's going to be that you can't take away from the Corbett game for Banks going forward is, making sure you get out on shooters and defend them, and of course defend them without fouling, because that's one thing that Corbett does really well is every single player on that roster can shoot the 3 ball, and that's likely what did the Braves in, was just their 3-point shooting and not being able to defend the 3. You really got to step up. Well, and then of course, in a lot of games, like we saw in this game, that when Corbett played here and Banks pulled it out by 2, the one thing, the biggest thing there from looking at the stats afterwards was that Corbett made their 3s and Banks did not. Banks has not shot the 3-pointer very well at all this season, and really would love to see Jocelyn Janicek get going from outside. She's a really great 3-point shooter and has historically been, but really hasn't seen her. We've seen some shades of that the last couple of games, but if they can, the biggest thing is defending the 3 and bringing that pressure defense and using that to their advantage and knocking down free throws and just hitting close range shots. That's probably the biggest key, is hitting close range shots.
Yeah, and the 3-point basket this year, as you mentioned, it seems like they've taken a lot of 3-point shots, but a lot of those shots have actually been the backdoor shot fake pass, including the game winner against Corbett for Madison Bigsby, that in the 2-point win at the buzzer over Corbett.
Well, we're about set for tip-off here. We're about set for the national anthem here. So we're going to break away and take one last pregame break, and then we'll come back and get ready for the tip-off. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Banks Braves Basketball, powered by Jason Bond Remodeling. Back after this from Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wannafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wannafcu.org.
Flag stuck. Welcome back to Banks High School. Looked like I thought the flag was going to be stuck in position and it was going to be blocking our view, but they got it back up. Very nice national anthem sung by one of the Banks freshman basketball players here, really belting it out there. Some great pipes here at by that young woman there, young lady. Belting out the national anthem. Starting lineups, one actually roster change for you as you're looking on the screen. Number 31, Heyman, is not 31. She is number 30, and she will be in the starting lineup. And here we go. Banks will win the tip, which was thrown up and tipped by Madison Walker and controlled by Haley Evans, and she has it. Swing it over to Jocelyn Janicek. Puts up a little heave pass inside for Madison Bigsby and score it. Just like that, first possession. First points for the Banks Braves, and it goes to Madison Bigsby. And we got a foul called in backcourt. Going to be on Haley Evans with a hold. No, actually, it's turnover, and it's actually the other 31. That's Heyman that I just talked about. Actually, I don't know why there's no. It's 13. 13. There is no 31. Jocelyn Janicek shooting free throws. Her first free throw is right through. Second free throw on the way. It's in the air. It's around and in. Kind of hit every part of the rim and in. Here comes the full court pressure again. Neah-Kah-Nie failed the first time. They succeed the second time as they get it across the timeline. Wearing all black. They are red and black. Black jerseys, red numerals, and red trim. Banks in their home whites with the Vegas gold numerals and navy blue trim. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Madison Walker. Good to see Madison establish herself on the inside. Janicek has it right wing on top to Madison. Get her over to Bigsby. Madison Bigsby takes the three, no good. And the rebound ripped away by Madison Walker. She just did exactly what I talked about in the pregame show. She asserted her will inside and grabbed that and said, that is mine. And she takes it and scores. And Banks is up 6-0. Ooh, little trouble there for Neah-Kah-Nie as Lawrence got herself in trouble. A three-pointer thrown up by Cook is no good. Missed everything and out of bounds. That's a turnover to Banks. 6:40 to go in the opening quarter. And the Braves lead at 6-0. Haley Evans will walk it up. Now jog it up into front court. Get it off to Bigsby, back to Haley. Swing it over to Jocelyn Janicek. Cross-court pass to Haley Evans. Right wing three. Rim it off, no good. Rebound, long Karen coming down to Janicek. So here's a second chance opportunity for the Braves. Anytime you can get points off the second chance, you're doing something good. Ask the Cal Bears, the California women's team. Haley Evans, three-pointer in the corner, no good. It's short. Rebound out of bounds to Neah-Kah-Nie with 6:09 to go here in the opening quarter. We're here at Banks High School, Class 3A, Coastal Range League game. Fourth place Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates against the first place Banks Braves. Turnover as the ball coming inbounds to Cook goes off of her hands out of bounds, and so Banks will inbound it already into the half court. Saunders, the starting lineup for the Braves, the same five normally. Haley Evans, Janicek, Madison and Alex. Yeah, that sounds like a law firm. Haley Evans has it at the right elbow, stops, gives it off to Janicek, right corner. She stops with the double team pressure off to Evans. Inside for Bigsby, goes up against three defenders and draws the foul. And she's going to get free throws with 5:44 to go in the opening quarter. Just a great job by Madison Bigsby. She got it in there, and immediately when she turned around, she was met by three defenders. But she did exactly what you're taught to do, is just go up strong. First free throw on the way. Banks is 3 for 3 from the line here in the first quarter. That is a good thing to see. Banks hitting free throws, and they're up by a touchdown, 7-0. Madison trying for the two-point conversion here, and does so. 4 out of 4 are the Braves here in the first quarter from the line. Madison 2 out of 2, got 4 points. There's a steal in backcourt, no good by Saunders, goes back up and has it knocked away out of bounds by Cook. That's Rose Cook. Haley Evans slaps the ball, looking for someone to get it into. Finds Madison Walker right under the basket and score. Beautifully drawn up play. And 6 points or 4 points now for Madison Walker, pardon me. 4 points each for the Madisons. A three-pointer back the other way, no good. Rebound, Madison Walker. That's her second rebound. And here comes Haley Evans on the run and tries to go ahead to Alex Saunders, but a little bit too wide, a little bit too much mustard on that pass, and it goes out of bounds. So turnover. Lady Braves leading at 10-0 here with 5:19 to go, and they put the full court pressure on. Jocelyn Janicek slaps it out of bounds. Bringing the pressure. Braves still extending that pressure. Nobody is in the backcourt. Everyone's in the front court right now. And getting into there is Cook, guarded by, and they finally break the press. Cook has it back inside the three-point line. Tries to go to Lawrence, and we've got a foul called off the ball. Foul is on Alex Saunders on the wing. Little hand check foul. First team foul on the Braves. 2 on Neah-Kah-Nie. Cook has it in between the circles. Back over to Lawrence. That would be the Nelson Lawrence you see on your screen, but heard in the introductions, it's just Lawrence. Just Ashlyn Lawrence. 5:03 to go. Banks leading 10-0. Neah-Kah-Nie to inbound. Get it into double team pressure, and great job of Jocelyn Janicek. Almost ripped that ball away, but a quick whistle, and they signal jump ball, but a great job nonetheless by Jocelyn to hustle. So the next jump ball will be Banks, and here's a steal by Alex Saunders, but unfortunately she was right close to the end line over there, and just got her feet tangled up over there and touched the baseline. Great effort, though. Love the effort. Here's another attempted steal by Janicek. Lady Braves really bringing the pressure here, really asserting their will. And here's a steal by Haley Evans, breaking up the pass. We got a 2-on-3. Evans going to go, almost carried the ball out to Madison Bigsby, right wing three. She hits it, and she was fouled too. The defender went into her legs. The foul was not called, but that was a foul. Should have been a 4-point play, and we've got a full timeout called by Coach Duma for Neah-Kah-Nie. 3-point play by Madison Bigsby. Should have been a 4-point play. 4:40 to go. It's Banks 13 and Neah-Kah-Nie nothing. We'll be back after this on Westside Mobile Media.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
.440 on the clock. There is the first horn as the officials come over and let the teams know that's the first horn of the full timeout called by Coach Corey Duma, the head coach for Neah-Kah-Nie. They just want to kind of settle things down and restore some order as they're just kind of out of sorts, and Banks has a way of doing that. They've done that to a lot of teams this year, out to a big run. We played almost 4 minutes of this first quarter. Banks with a 13-0 lead, and there's another steal in backcourt off the press. It was by Haley Evans. She gets it into Alex Saunders, who loses it out of bounds. And that's going to be a turnover for Banks. Some substitutions here for the Braves. Tyler Rose into the game, along with McKenna King and Jordan Maller. Haley Evans also still in there, as is Madison Walker. Full court pressure on again. Neah-Kah-Nie trying to break it. Haley Evans almost stole it again, but finally Neah-Kah-Nie gets it through. Here's a loose ball. Comes up with it is Graham. Having all kinds of issues with the ball. Now they get it off to Fletcher. Top of the key, you can see the rosters there on your screen. Fletcher has it in the lane, almost lost it, throws it up. Oh, basket, didn't want it. Rebound, Jordan Maller gets it to Tyler Rose on the outlet. She brings it up on the right side. And then she'll stop at the wing, pull up to Haley Evans to run the offense for Banks with 4 minutes to go. Lady Braves leading at 13-0. Haley Evans into the corner to Tyler Rose. Back to Haley on the right wing, cross-court pass to Jordan Maller. Going to drive inside, pulls up against two defenders, lost it, turnover by Banks. Here comes Neah-Kah-Nie. They've got a 1-on-2 though, going up, and a rejected by Jordan Maller. Get that stuff out of here. Ball goes out of bounds. Neah-Kah-Nie will retain possession of the ball with 3:42 to go. Neah-Kah-Nie will inbound underneath their own baseline, and the ball poked away again by Tyler Rose. Braves very active on defense, getting in every passing lane, making life difficult for Neah-Kah-Nie. Fletcher has it, right wing, splits the defense, goes up against, nice little move against Madison Walker, no good. Rebound, Madison. That is her third rebound. She's got 4 points, 3 rebounds here in the first quarter. 3:25 and counting to go. Haley Evans has it back the other way. Tyler Rose on the elbow. Nice pass to Madison Walker. She drive to the basket, but one thing, Trevor, she forgot to bounce the ball, and that's a travel. Got to take at least one dribble, but Braves still lead at 13-0. Cook has it in backcourt. Gets it off to some help to Lawrence, who's the point guard for Neah-Kah-Nie. She brings it up, carries the ball, no call. Back off to Cook. Back over to Graham. Graham has it left wing, guarded by Jordan Mallard. Picks up her dribble now, gets it inside to Heyman, and that's ball stolen away by Haley Evans. Haley going one-on-one all the way to the rack, puts it up, no good, but a foul is called, and that's going to be 2 shots for Haley Evans. As the defender was going with her all the way, but was trailing her, and anytime you're trailing the offensive player, you're probably going to get fouled when you're trying to catch up. And the foul is on Lawrence. That's her second foul, 13 foul on Neah-Kah-Nie. Haley's first free throw is off. That's the first free throw miss for Banks here in the first quarter. They're 4 out of 5, still 90%. 2:52 to go. Banks 13, Neah-Kah-Nie nothing. Can the Lady Braves pitch a shutout in the first quarter? Second free throw on the way. It's good. 1 out of 2 for Haley Evans. And it's 14-0. A 2-touchdown lead here with under 3 minutes to go. Jordan Mallard meets the ball handler. Little jump stop by Cook. She gets help off now. Back in the corner to the letter O, who's in the game, who's not on our roster. And here's a pass intended for Graham. 14. I don't have a 14. I think that's Bianca. I don't have a 14 on the roster. I think that's Graham. Neah-Kah-Nie in a 2-3 zone now. Jordan Mallard has it up top off to Tyler Rose, right side. Gonna go inside the 3-point line. Now off to King. Whip it over to Tyler Rose, 3-pointer right corner, no good. Long rebound coming down loose on the floor. Jordan Mallard gets it, saves it into the front court. Now ball loose on the floor, jump ball called. And that's going to be with Banks. Wow. Just a lot of bodies going on the court that time. Both ways, both in black and white. 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. Banks has the ball. Jordan Mallard in between the circles. They have the lead, 14-0. McKenna King has it now. Cross court to Tyler Rose. Tyler stops, gets it back to Mallard, left side. In the corner now to King, back to Mallard, left wing. Now on top to Janicek. Whip it over to Tyler Rose, left wing, and she kind of ball faked, and when she did, she moved her pivot foot, and that's a travel and a turnover back to Neah-Kah-Nie with 1:51 to go opening quarter. Neah-Kah-Nie still looking for their first points of this game. They've gone more than 6 minutes without a hoop, and here's a near steal by Brooklyn Robinson, who's checked into the game for Banks. I expect Banks will play a lot of players. Checking into the game for the first time for Neah-Kah-Nie is Smith. That's Bianca Smith. A little bit more size and strength inside for Neah-Kah-Nie. Jordan Mallard just tenacious against the ball handler, pushes her into back court, and well, I guess that ball was tipped in the back court, so no over and back. And here's a foul up front called on Jordan Mallard. Jordan just very aggressive, as Banks has been here in the first quarter. Very active on defense, getting up, tenacious. But that's how you win games. That's why they're number 1 in the state, because they are very aggressive. You don't get to be number 1 by being passive. There's another double team pressure. Spins out of it. Here's a 3-point attempt by Cook. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound by Heyman, no good. She goes up and loose ball underneath, and we've got a jump ball called, and that's going to go back. That's going to favor Neah-Kah-Nie, so they'll keep possession with 1:13 to go. Bucks showing a little life here. Haley Evans off the bench for Banks will check back into the lineup for Jordan Mallard, who's going to get some water, just kind of adjust herself. And here's a basket. Oh, still no good for Smith. Inside rebound coming down to the Braves. And on a near steal the other way, Haley Evans has it. Back up top will reset the offense. Now going to drive now. Gets it off to Janicek. Right wing 3. It's off. No good. Rebound Tyler Rose. No good. Rebound Haley Evans throws it up. And it's no good. Rebound coming down to Smith inside. Really working for that board against 3 Banks defenders. She needs help. Doesn't get it. Finally sees the outlet. But it goes off of her teammate out of bounds. And so Banks will throw it in underneath their own basket with 42.7 seconds to go. Haley Evans, just a great triple team pressure by Banks surrounding the opponent, not letting her get any room to outlet that ball. Great fundamental defense. Janicek has it up top now to Haley Evans. She'll dribble it up top between the circles, reset the offense. Players move off to Janicek left side to McKenna King. No, that's Robinson. Now it's to Madison Bigsby. Gonna drive, no, came back, and now she's tied up and fouled. Banks will inbound it, far sideline. Foul is on Fletcher. That's her first foul, fourth team foul of the quarter for Neah-Kah-Nie with under 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Banks gets it in. Haley Evans, right wing three, looked good, but it's no good, and off, and rebound coming down to Smith and Janicek getting her hands in there to tie it up and get the jump ball called. And so Banks will inbound it again with 19.4 seconds on the timer, leading at 14-0. Haley Evans gets it up top to Janicek. She holds the ball, hides the ball away from the defense, gets it back to Haley Evans. As the play comes in from Coach Nick Rizzo. They run that play. Here's Bigsby off to Evans, swing it over to Janicek. Leftwood, no, that's a pass inside to Madison Bigsby and puts it up and in. Madison Bigsby score it. Madison has 8 points here in the quarter, and the Braves do shut out Neah-Kah-Nie here in the first quarter. Our score, Banks 16, Neah-Kah-Nie nothing. We're going to step aside. You're listening to Banks Lady Braves basketball, powered, built by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Second quarter, ready for the second quarter here at Banks High School. 16 points on the board here in the first quarter for the Banks Lady Braves. 9 of those have come by Madison Bigsby. Has 2 two-pointers, a three-pointer, and 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Trevor, what is your take from the first quarter?
Just if they can continue to play this type of defense throughout the game and get maybe a 30-point win, that could move them back into the top. Well, they're going to stay number 1 regardless, but...
Well, we're underway with another turnover by Neah-Kah-Nie, and here's a steal right back by Neah-Kah-Nie going into the basket. No good. Rebound, Haley Evans knocked to the floor. She got absolutely New York mugged on that rebound, and officials have her back with calling the foul. And that foul is charged to Cook. That's her first foul. 15th foul on the Pirates. And the Lady Braves will walk it up. Haley Evans. Wow, she took an amazing hot shot inside. Evans dribbles it up to the right side now, to the corner. Now inside to Walker, over to Madison, Jocelyn Janicek. Off to Madison Bigsby. Bigsby over to Evans. Three-pointer right wing. It ran around it in. Haley Evans starts the scoring, and the Braves continue. 19-0. 7:14 to go, second quarter. Nice feed from Bigsby with the assist. And here's a steal by Alex Saunders. One-on-one. She's got Janicek to her right, but she finds Walker trailing. Madison off to Evans, up by the equator. Now she gets the play. They go to the right. Kick it out to Madison Bigsby for a 3 from the left wing. Rev it off, no good. Rebound tipped around, tipped by Janicek, and it's controlled by Neah-Kah-Nie, but ball was stolen, was tipped again, and here's a turnover to Banks. Janicek has it, jump stop off to Haley Evans, right side, 3, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by the Braves. Saunders throws it right to Fletcher. And the Bucks have it. Back the other way, Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates. Here's a steal right back by Madison Walker, and then she lost it and was fouled. She lost it because she got hit on the arm. Foul charge to Fletcher, her second foul. 16 foul on Neah-Kah-Nie. 6:22 to go in the second quarter. Neah-Kah-Nie still has not scored. Almost 10 minutes have gone by and they've not scored. Walker has it. We've got a foul inside, little bumping going on between Saunders and Fletcher. And this one's going to get called on Saunders. Got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, as they say. Second foul on Alex, so she's going to have to come out and sit for a little bit. Checking in for her is McKenna-King. 6:06 to go, brings up 19-0. They back off the pressure this time. They'll let Neah-Kah-Nie get it up, but they're going to meet him right at the midcourt line as McKenna-King is all over her. And get it off to Cook. Now whip it over to Fletcher on the right side. Ball stolen for a second by Madison Walker, and she gets it back. Does Fletcher. She goes up, gets fouled. Foul is going to be charged to Madison Bigsby. Her first foul, 14 foul on Banks. Neah-Kah-Nie with 6 fouls. Their next foul will put Banks in the bonus. Free throw on the way for Fletcher. Can Neah-Kah-Nie get on the board? They do. And a loud ovation here as Kennedy Fletcher gets him on the board. 5:50 to go. They went 10 minutes and 10 seconds without a hoop. But they're still under a drought. They have not had a field goal yet. That's just 2 field goals. The scoring drought is over, but they've gone over 10 minutes without a field goal. 19-2 with 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Haley Evans dribbling over to the right side. Now going to change course to the left side. Stops in the key. Gets it off to Janicek. To Madison Walker, left side. Madison terminates her dribble off to McKenna-King. Going to drive all the way to the rack, lay it up and in! McKenna-King, 2 points off the bench. Make it 21-2. Back the other way. Here's a ball thrown into back court. McKenna-King comes up with it. Now she's going to take it in off the glass and in! 2 in a row for McKenna-King. And it's a 21-point Banks lead at 23-2. The half-court pressure defense all over. They get it off to Smith inside. Kick it out to Cook. She's met with double-team pressure and Janicek ties her up. That's a jump ball, and that possession arrow favors Banks. Under 5 minutes to go now. 3 minutes have gone by here in the second quarter. That's 11 minutes without a field goal for Neah-Kah-Nie. And Banks leading at 23-2. Haley Evans to Janicek, left wing. Goes inside for Haley Evans. Nice pass! Nice pass, nice cut. Haley Evans with the basket. 5 points in the quarter. It's 25-2. And we've got a good old-fashioned barnyard beatdown. Banks has taken Neah-Kah-Nie out behind the woodshed here in Banks. 4:31 to go in the second quarter, up by 23. And Corey Duma knows his team is just out of it, and he calls a 30-second timeout right now. That's a good timeout just to kind of regroup, get things back together, because his team is just not – they're all out of sorts, Trevor.
Yeah, this first half defensively by Banks is just – what I meant to say at the start of the quarter was they want to get some style points back after that blowout loss at Corbett. They're going to remain number 1 regardless, but unless they lose tonight. I don't see that happening, and in fact, if anything, this is a trap game for Neah-Kah-Nie, because Banks is going to come out with even more intensity than they did in the loss to Corbett, because they're going to play like they have something to prove that they have the right to be number 1.
Well, I saw the post on the Banks Braves girls basketball Facebook page. They posted the score a little bit late. I think they did that intentionally. But I saw that from the message, it was pretty clear that they were going to be set on getting back out to their winning ways tonight. And there's another turnover by Neah-Kah-Nie. Don't have an official count on that, but it's got to be almost 20 turnovers here. And Banks is scoring off those turnovers. McKenna-King has it right side. Off to Tyler Rose, to Haley Evans, who got it on the wing and then got knocked to the floor. by number 0. We don't have a 0 on our roster.
A lot of issues with the Neah-Kah-Nie roster.
There is a 0 on the boys roster, but not on the girls roster. Or letter O, as I like to call it. Hey, the letter O in Portland is playing tonight.
Atlanta.
Damian Lillard, who is the Western Conference Player of the Week for the second time this year. First free throw for Haley Evans is true. Haley is 2 out of 3 from the line tonight. Braves have still only missed 1 free throw. Second free throw coming up for Haley. It's in the air. It's in the bucket. It's good. Right through. 2 out of 2 here. 3 out of 4 from the line. 27-2. There's that half-court pressure. McKenna King picks up the ball handler right at the midcourt stripe. They go inside now, down low, throw it up. Oh, no good. Rebound, Haley Evans. And there's a foul in backcourt as Haley gets thrown to the floor. Haley is really taking a beating, but she gets up every time and keeps on ticking. She's got 18 lives, but she's really walking this one off. We might have to give our hero of the game to Haley Evans after this game because the beating she's taken. 4 minutes have gone by here in the second quarter. Trevor, that means we played 12 minutes, no field goals for Neah-Kah-Nie, just the 2 free throws. Speaking of, Haley Evans going back to the free throw line where she just hit a pair, looking to extend the lead even more. She does so. 3 out of 3, that's 4 straight free throws for Haley Evans in this game. She's now 4 out of 5. Second free throw coming up. Right through, didn't jinx her. Gonna take a lot to jinx Haley Evans. 29-2. Braves comfortably in front. Good old-fashioned woodshed beating here in the first half. Neah-Kah-Nie gets it in the front court. They have it on the left wing. Really having all kinds of problems with that Banks half-court pressure. They get it over to 14. That's Graham. Here's a steal by Tyler Rose. She lost it, but curls it back to Madison Walker. She loses it, controls it. Opted Jordan Mallor between the circles. Jordan almost lost it, but got it back within her hand. Jordan inside to McKenna King, or Madison Bigsby rather. Up to Madison Walker for a three. Hits it! Madison Walker! When Madison Walker is hitting threes from up top, you're doing something good. Here's a steal by Madison Walker. All the way, makes a move inside in the lane, throw it off glass, they count it! Madison Walker! 5 quick points for Madison, a little 5-0 run. It's 34-2. There's a travel and a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound ripped down by McKenna King. That was about as blatant a travel as you could see. Everybody and their dog saw that one. Jordan Mallor in between the circles, stops at the right wing, gets it off to McKenna King. Swing it over to Brooklyn Robinson. Now back to Jordan Mallor, who's back in. Walker to Tyler Rose in the corner, the right corner. Tyler inside for Madison Walker, takes a dribble, goes up, knocked in the air, gets it back, off to McKenna King. Left elbow jumper is in and out and in. Ross Perot joining us tonight in the building. That's the Ross Perot jumper, Trevor. In and out and in, it's 36-2. Back the other way, ball flipped from behind the McKenna King, controlled by Tyler Rose, and here come the Braves back the other way. Jordan Mallor has in between circles, drives to the left, stops, goes inside for Madison Walker, fakes outside, now back out to Tyler Rose, inside to McKenna King, and we've got a 3 seconds in the key. Yep, that time they got Madison that time. She had her tent pinched, and she was ready for the weekend. Under 2 minutes to go, it's 36-2. Wow. 6 minutes have gone by, and that's 14 minutes now that Neah-Kah-Nie has gone without a field goal. Will they score a field goal in this game? That's what we're waiting to see. Here's a shot inside, perfect opportunity. It's good. Finally, they do, although I think they waved it off. No, they counted it. They did count it. So the first field goal with 1:48 to go in the second quarter, and it's inside, right underneath the basket by Bianca Smith. And she has a chance for a three-point play. 148, 36-4. Still 36-4, but the rebound coming down to Fletcher. She goes up, no good. Rebound ripped down by the Braves. They get it off to Malis Crowell, who checked in, off to Janasek. Ahead to McKenna King, off glass, no good. Rebound follow by Janasek. She goes up, out of control, no good, but she was hacked. And Jocelyn Janasek going to the free throw line. So the Pirates 2 out of 3 from the line. Here's the first free throw for Janasek. It's right through. Jocelyn is 3 out of 3 from the line. All of her points have came from the free throw line. 3 points tonight. 1:34 before halftime. 37-4. Banks comfortably in front. Second free throw on the way for Jocelyn. It's in the air. It's in the bucket. It's good. Jocelyn 2 out of 2 in the first quarter, 2 out of 2 in the second quarter. 4 points, the lead is 34. Alex Saunders back in up top. And her long hands knocked that ball out of the air, and she comes down with it. The other way, inside, nice find for Jocelyn Janasek, but she couldn't finish. And the rebound coming down to the Pirates and a foul underneath. Foul is charged to Jocelyn Janasek, her first foul, and they're giving her free throws on that?
They're in the bonus.
A 1 and 1. I thought he said 2. He gave up 2 fingers, but yeah, 1 and 1. Yeah, but the free throw was missed, and Saunders with the rebound. Janasek has it now, running the point. The third point guard pulls up a right elbow jumper. It's no good. Follows her shot, gets a rebound off to Emily Graham, who's checked in the game. Gives it back to Janasek in between the circles up top. Off to Malis Crowell. Inside it goes to Saunders, no good. Alex Saunders yet to score tonight. And the rebound coming down to Neah-Kah-Nie with under a minute to go, down by 34. Saunders working the defense inside. Nice little pass rejected by Tyler Rose, or Malis Crowell rather. No, it's Emily Graham. Emily Graham on the defender. They get it outside now to Lawrence, and ball stolen away. Here come the Braves. Malis Crowell has it. Gets it over to Saunders inside the lane. Kick it back out to Emily Graham, 19-footer, no good. Rebound, Saunders goes back, up and in. Now she scored. Alex Saunders her first 2, and it's 40-4. Lady Braves on pace for 80 points tonight. Ball coming back the other way. Saunders all over the guards. Nice ball movement that time by Neah-Kah-Nie. They go up, it's no good. And rebound tipped around. It's going to be tipped by Malis Crowell off of her, and she was working with Heyman down low. Neah-Kah-Nie will put the ball in play with 0.2 of a second left. This is just a catch and shoot. You only have time to catch and shoot. There's the catch, there's the shot, and it's good. But they wave it off. It was too late, they say. Just about a split second too late, and that is halftime. Our score at halftime, the Banks Lady Braves 40, the Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates 4. We'll step aside, we'll take a little break, do a little business with you. Here at halftime, this is Banks Braves basketball, powered by Jason Bond Remodeling. Back after this for specialty screen printing.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a third-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
Westside Mobile Media is home to Westside's greatest hits. Great top 40 hits from the 70s to today with artists like the Bee Gees, Madonna, Billy Joel, Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, Elton John, NSYNC, Jennifer Lopez, Imagine Dragons, Adele, and more. Local news, sports, and weather updates for Portland's Westside and live broadcasts of Banks High School athletics. Check us out at westsidesgreatesthits.com for advertising opportunities. Email westsidemobilemedia@gmail.com or call 971-330-8122.
Halftime here at Banks High School, and we've got a good old-fashioned backyard beatdown here in the far west metro of the Portland metro area, as we've got the future on display here. The Banks youth on display. It looks like the middle school team is just taking some layup drills here at halftime, getting a chance to show what they can do here at the varsity gym and the varsity halftime. And boy, we've seen a great exhibition here for the Banks Braves, putting up 40 points. I think this might be their most points they've scored in the first half this year. Certainly, they did actually shut out. I think they were close to shutting out somebody in the quarter once, but somebody actually did get 1 point. But they shut out Neah-Kah-Nie in the first quarter, 16-0, and then outscored them in the second quarter, 24-4, to lead it 40-4. Neah-Kah-Nie is, they went over 12 minutes of the first half without a field goal in this game. Finally scored with under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. There we go, Trevor, that's sounding better. Scored with under 2 minutes to go of the second quarter. Finally got their first field goal, and it was a shot right up under the basket. Just kind of threw it up there, and it almost didn't go. It wasn't a sure thing. It kind of hit the rim, bounced up and bounced down, and that was on a 3-point play. That was Bianca Smith, who came off the bench to get those 2 points. But 40-4 here at halftime. Just an impressive display of defense, Trevor, by the Banks Braves. Probably playing one of their better defensive games this first half. Just all over the ball. They're every time Neah-Kah-Nie goes to pass it, they're in the passing lane.
Yeah, defense leads to offense, and I don't think we've seen that any more clearer than tonight. Their highest offensive output for a half, their best defensive performance for half of any of our broadcasts we've seen on the girls' side, and against a team battling for a playoff spot. This is when it comes to the Collie and the forget the name of the other two. Name of the other ranking, it's the Collie, and there's one other one that kind of combined to form the overall OSAA ranking, and style points matter a lot in those two polls, the Collie and the other ranking system. And right now, to lead a top 15 team by 36 points at halftime, coming off of a 16-point loss on the road to another top 5 program, that's a pretty dominating performance, and should move them a little bit higher in the overall RPI rating for girls basketball over Corbett, their league rival, and then the other other teams in the top 4, Sutherland and Amity.
Yeah, looking at the most up-to-date 3A rankings in girls basketball, and as we talked about, the top 5, Banks, Corbett, Sutherland, Amity, Santiam Christian, all basically pretty much destined to have first-round byes and playing. Basically, they get, looking at the playoff bracket, it looks like they get one game to host, and then if they win that game, they go on to Marshfield.
Yeah, it's a 20-team bracket, and basically if you finish in the lower, like 13 and below, I think you get basically a play-in game before what is essentially the first round. And then if you win the first round, you go to the quarterfinals at Marshfield and North Bend, and Banks, Sutherland, Amity, Corbett, Santiam Christian, Pleasant Hill. Top 12 teams, I think, all advance to the first round, and then the top 8 have home games in the first round as well, and then they win that, you go to the state quarterfinals.
And Banks and Corbett, they are leading number 1 and 2 in the state, and for good reason. They definitely have deserved those top 2 rankings in the state. They've won a lot. If you look at the top 10 in 3A basketball, they've won a lot of games against the top 10. Both beat Amity, who is number 4. They both beat each other on each other's home floor. So, you know, they got that. Banks beat Santiam Christian earlier this season, who's number 5. Sutherland, who's number 3, they also have they just recently, Trevor, as you and I were talking about off air, they recently had a big win against Lakeview, who's number 8 in the top 10. And then, of course, Banks also beat Westside Christian earlier this season, who's number 9. Both, I think Corbett also beat Valley Catholic this season. I'm not sure. I know Banks beat Valley Catholic here pretty handily. Valley Catholic number 10. Riverdale, who is sitting, they are a third-place team in this league. They're sitting number 11. And, of course, Banks has swept the season series from Riverdale. Corbett has also beaten Riverdale. So you look at that. There's a lot of top 10 wins for the Banks Braves and the Corbett Cardinals. They're pretty much locked, I think, in that top 5.
Yeah, and when you mention Westside Christian, that's a team that Banks beat by, I think, somewhere around 30 points earlier in the season prior to Christmas break. But according to Westside Christian's boys head coach David Henry, who I've known for quite some time, their girls program had some players out in that Banks game. So possibly another rematch for Banks if Westside Christian gets those players back. That's likely a much closer game. A lot of great 3A basketball around the Portland area when you look at the Lewis and Clark schools and the Coastal Range League with when you throw Valley Catholic in there with Westside Christian.
Yeah, it was a 60-30 win by Banks on a Saturday, December 10th here, and yeah, I can attest to that. I have been following Westside Christian in some of their games, and I've noticed that, you know, some players that were on the roster that I noticed did not play against Banks that are playing. So yeah, it would definitely be a lot closer game. But I don't know, the way Banks is playing here tonight in this first half, it might be the same way. I mean, if they continue to play like this, continue to knock down free throws. I mean, you look at the free throw, Banks, Jordan Mallard, Jocelyn Janisek is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. I actually fixed that. Jocelyn is 4 out of 4 from the line. Madison Bigsby 2 out of 2. That's 6 out of 6. And then Haley Evans has hit 5 out of 6. That's 11 out of 12 from the free throw line. When was the last time that we saw, you know, Banks girls 11 out of 12 from the free throw line? They've really early on in the season they've really struggled, but they really have seemed to really find their stroke from the free throw line. If that continues and this half-court pressure continues, just like their full-court pressure, they're really becoming a well-rounded defensive team. Very disruptive is the word I thought about as I sent it over to you with the way what their defense was in the first half. They can continue to do that the rest of the season. They're going to be very, very tough as we get down into crunch time and really get into March. The first weekend of March 2nd to the 4th, is when the state tournament is. Well, we got 8 minutes up on the board. We're ready for the third quarter, and Banks will have their starting 5 out there for now. We'll see how long that lasts as they're up 40-4. And Neah-Kah-Nie will have the first possession of the second half. And Cook has it in between the circles, guarded by Janisek. Janisek all over her, following her every move. It's like ants on meat. And, well, that time The ant got caught in the meat as Jocelyn Janicek tried to poke the ball away and got a piece of Cook in her arm. That's Rose Cook. Ball comes back now to Cook. Working against two defenders. Now gets it off to Fletcher. Going to drive inside. Splits two defenders. No good. Basket didn't want it. Rebound Madison Walker. That's a handful of rebounds now for Madison. She's got 9 points in the game. Haley Evans has the ball now. She's leading scorer in the game with 10 points, and the Madisons have 9 points apiece in this game. Haley Evans has it in between the circles. Backs it out. Taking some time, running some clock, no doubt. Here's a pass right back from Jocelyn Janicek to the cutting Haley Evans. Haley Evans now with 12 points. That was beautiful execution that time on that play. 1 minute into it, it's 42-4. Here comes Neah-Kah-Nie back the other way. Steps, no call. A lot of travelers in this game. Fletcher has it, loses it out of bounds, off of her foot and out of bounds.
A lot of missed calls. You kind of think of maybe that's just some mercy.
Yeah, you know, typically girls basketball, they do tend to be a little bit looser on the travelings and the carries a little bit. You see that called a lot more tighter in the boys game. Ball inside to Madison Walker, takes a dribble, nice little spin inside. Basket didn't want it. Rebound Alex Saunders, another opportunity. She throws it back out to the outlet Janicek, but it goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover. That's a careless turnover for Banks. In this type of a game, you can live with that, but when you're playing in a playoff game, that's a mistake you don't want to make. You want to be sure of your passes. Back the other way comes Neah-Kah-Nie. And again, Cook loses the ball but gets it back. Gets it off to her teammate, Graham, we'll call it. Tipped away from behind by Madison Walker. That's a steal by Madison. And again, she stepped on the end line. She tried to get it off to Haley Evans, but she was teetering the end line, and her back foot stepped on that baseline. So that's a turnover back to Neah-Kah-Nie with 6:16 to play. It's 42-4 Banks. Trying to go inside, and the ball knocked out of bounds again by Madison Walker. Those active hands in the passing lanes, that's exactly how you teach them way back in 5th and 6th grade. You teach them to get that hand in the passing lane, and now we got a foul back the other way. They said 23, that's Cook. That's her second foul, first team foul this half on Neah-Kah-Nie. That's a turnover. It was an off the ball foul. Haley Evans, the 23 for Banks, will walk it up. She's got 12 points off to Madison Walker right side. Madison holds the ball high, now to Janicek, inside to Evans. Over in the corner, a wide open Bigsby, it's no good. Rebound Alex Saunders, the long carom. She gets it back to Janicek, over to Madison Bigsby. Gonna go inside now, around the defense, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Alex Saunders goes back out, has it swatted away, and the rebound coming down to Neah-Kah-Nie. So Banks with 3 opportunities, and here's a steal. Great job by Alex Saunders to get those active hands in the passing lane, knock it away. Here comes the Braves. Off in the corner now to Bigsby, right corner. Bigsby loses the ball, gets it back, gets it off to Madison Walker, gonna go baseline, and yeah. Heyman had her hands, she was working right with Saunders, with Madison Walker, but Madison was about ready to lose her and leave her in the dust, and so Heyman put her hands on her and pulled her back, and you can't do that. So Haley Evans to inbound, right to Madison Walker under the basket. Love that pass, love that play. That's a Scott Ruick play right there. That's exactly what that is. Scott Ruick designs those plays. Right off the glass, 44-4. Beautiful play. 2 more points for Madison Walker. Fletcher has it in between the circles, guarded by Bigsby. Bigsby with those active hands again. Going to go inside now, terminates her dribble in the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound, Madison Walker. Another rebound for Madison Walker, nearing a double-double. Janicek, bounce pass inside, Alex Saunders, knocks it in. Madison Walker scores off the assist from Jocelyn Janicek. 46-4, 4:44 to go in the third quarter. Back the other way, Saunders denying the entry for Kiefaufer. And we've got Saunders with, they're going to get her with a reach. Her 3rd foul, and she's going to come out. McKenna King checking in. Tyler Rose also coming in for Banks, replacing Madison Bigsby. Neah-Kah-Nie to inbound underneath their own basket with 4:34 to go in the third quarter, still without a field goal here in the third. Almost 4 minutes have gone by. Fletcher has it now, pulls up from the free throw line extended, no good. Rebound coming down to Smith, no good. Rebound Madison Walker. That's at least 8 rebounds by my count. Madison with 9 points and 8 rebounds, nearing a double-double again. It'll be the second one on our broadcast air. Over to Janicek, inside to Madison Walker, lost it, turnover to Neah-Kah-Nie. Lawrence bringing it up for the Pirates. Get it up to Cook, takes a long three-pointer, it's no good, short, misses everything, and trying to save it is Smith, and saves it right to Tyler Rose. Evans controls. Haley Evans brings it up, under 4 minutes to go. Another 4-minute scoring drought for Neah-Kah-Nie. You can't go those stretches and expect to be in the game against teams like Banks. Here's a steal, nice little denied and entry pass by Fletcher, and the ball poked away from behind by McKenna-King, out of bounds. But Neah-Kah-Nie will retain possession of the basketball. Brooklyn Robinson checking back into the lineup for Banks, replacing Jocelyn Janicek. And Madison Walker comes out the floor. Jordan Maller is also on the floor. Haley Evans, the only starter in the game for Banks. Shot outside, 19-footer is in. Ring it up for Neah-Kah-Nie. That is Fletcher, who gets her first 2. Kennedy Fletcher, she's got 4 points, 2 field goals in the second quarter, and a 2-point field goal here. Here's a nice backdoor pass inside for Brooklyn Robinson. The freshman getting in on the act. Brooklyn, her first 2. That's the 8th point of the quarter for Banks, and we've got what? A clock issue, I think. Banks has hit 50 here in the third quarter. It's 50-4, 50-6 is what it should be, but they haven't put the 2 points up on the board yet. Jade Janicek checking in the lineup here for Banks, as well as Emily Graham.
It's 48-6, should be the right score.
Okay, I see what they did. They gave the 2 points to Banks on the scoreboard instead of 6 for, almost said Yamhill Carlton, for Neah-Kah-Nie. It's 48-6, 3 minutes to go. Jade Janicek bringing the pressure, just like her sister Jocelyn. Here's Maylis Crowd bringing the defensive pressure. They get it off to Graham. Goes inside, no good, but a foul called underneath. Free throws coming for the Pirates. Well, Neah-Kah-Nie is 11-6 and 4-4 in this league, but you wouldn't know it tonight, would you, Trevor?
Yeah, I kind of wonder where those 4 wins came from. Top 4 teams, top 3 teams especially, really good in the Coastal Range League, but you look at the bottom 2 teams, probably where their 4 wins came from, Rainier and Warrenton.
Free throw missed. Another free throw missed by Fletcher? No. 13, that was Lawrence.
Graham. Oh, yeah.
Ashlyn Lawrence missing 2 free throws. Jade Janicek bringing up the ball for the Banks Braves. Got the future of the Lady Braves on the floor right now. Brooklyn Robinson, another freshman, off to McKenna-King. There's your next starting post, perhaps. Off to Jordan Maller, your starting point guard. Off to Emily Graham, three-pointer, didn't go. Rebound, Jordan Maller. Gonna go put it back up, and she's fouled, hacked, gets the rebound again. And here's a steal by Neah-Kah-Nie back the other way, and they lost the ball. Controlling it now is Lawrence. Gets it off to number 0. Off into the right wing now. Those ball knocked away by McKenna-King. Neah-Kah-Nie gets it back and then stolen away again, this time by Emily Graham. With 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, Braves lead 48-6. Jade Janicek running the offense now. Off to Brooklyn Robinson. Holds the ball high, right wing. Flashing through the lane is McKenna-King. Gets it over to Graham, over to Jade Janicek. Left corner now going to dribble back out high. Run the offense back to Graham. Inside, nice pass from McKenna-King. Tries to bounce pass into Brooklyn Robinson and lost it. And here comes Neah-Kah-Nie back the other way. The steal by Jade Janicek in the lane. Here comes Braves back the other way. Watch behind. Brooklyn Robinson wasn't watching, but gets it back to Emily Graham, left wing. Now off to Jordan Maller between the rings. In the corner to Jade Janicek. Thought about the 3. Going to go inside. Pulls up a 14-footer. It's short. Rebound to Fletcher. Here comes Neah-Kah-Nie. Back the other way, running it up. Goes through the defense, no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Brooklyn Robinson. Yeah. Jade Janicek controls with coming up on a minute to go in the third quarter. And Coach Rizzo wants to call a timeout. Now up 42, why would you say a timeout here up by 42? That's because you got a young team out there, and there's always a coachable moment. There's always time to teach, and this is a teaching moment right here for these young players right here.
Yeah, the second half of the third quarter has gotten pretty sloppy on both sides. It's been a while since either side has scored, and with some of the pretty much I think all bench players in at this point. Probably going to stick with the same crew for the fourth quarter. Just do everything you can to improve. You already know you're going to win the game, but still opportunities to learn from this, and a lot of players coming back that are going to be on the court that'll be here being the starters next year.
Yep, and one of those, McKenna King, likely figuring to be one of the starting posts next year. Her mom, one of the assistant coaches for the varsity. Back to action. McKenna has it inside. Off to Jade Janicek. Pulls a three. Left wing. No good. Rebound Malis Crow. She backs it out. Right side. Good idea. Now going to drive inside. Get up for Brooklyn Robinson. Off the glass and in. And the Braves do get 50 points. And this time Brooklyn does score. That's her fourth point of the quarter. 50-6. Banks up. Here come the Bucks the other way. The letter O has it. Working against McKenna King. Here's a floats a pass way out high to number 2, another player we don't have on the roster. Some JV players playing here for the Bucks now. They go inside, back outside to the right wing. Emily Graham on her, number 2, pulls up a little ugly shot, no good. Rebound, Jade Janicek loses it. Ball still loose on the court. Jade comes up with it, and a foul called. I think they're going to get 13, Lawrence, with the foul. And Coach Corey Duma is having a little conversation with the officials right now. Not going to win that argument. 4 seconds in the front court. Ball loose, out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Neah-Kah-Nie. So 1.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Banks has the ball to put it in play in front of their own bench. Brooklyn Robinson to do so. Gets it into Emily Graham. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Rim it up, no good. 3 quarters in the books. Braves scored 10 points in the quarter, mostly bench players in the game. I think we'll get a curtain call for the starters. They'll pretty much start here in the fourth quarter, but then get a curtain call pretty quickly. But we'll step aside. 50-6 the score. Banks comfortably in front. Back after this, you're listening to Banks Basketball, built by Jason Bonner Modeling.
Westside Mobile Media is home to Westside's greatest hits. Great top 40 hits from the 70s to today with artists like the Bee Gees, Madonna, Billy Joel, Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, Elton John, NSYNC, Jennifer Lopez, Imagine Dragons, Adele, and more. Local news, sports, and weather updates for Portland's Westside and live broadcasts of Banks High School athletics. Check us out at westsidesgreatesthits.com for advertising opportunities. Email westsidemobilemedia@gmail.com or call 971-330-8122.
Lorelei Kiefauber. First free throw on the way. It's around and in. Jade Janicek checking in the lineup. Tyler Rose coming out. Jordan Maller coming out as well. Malis Crowell also in the game. Second free throw on the way. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It was tipped out of bounds by McKenna King. So the Bucks will inbound it with 4 minutes and counting to go. Again, running clock. 55-9 is our score. Lady Braves in control. They have been since the outside. There's a three-pointer. The first three-pointer of the game for Neah-Kah-Nie, and it comes with under 4 minutes to play in the game. 55-12. Three-pointer, Malis Crowell, left side, no good. Rebound coming down to Brooklyn Robinson. We got a jump ball called. Possession arrow favoring Neah-Kah-Nie with under 3.5 minutes to go. Back the other way. 43-point lead for the Braves. This one really never in doubt since the first quarter. Between the circles is Cook. Lost it, gets it back to Smith. Right side. Gonna go for Kiefauber. Off to Cook. Down low, no good. Rebound stolen away by Janicek, Jade Janicek, and we've got another jump ball called. And that's gonna favor the Braves this time. The officials tonight really been quick on the jump balls. They're not letting them play much. It's like as soon as they see any kind of contact, they're calling it immediately. Janicek throws it up to Graham inside for King. Throw it over to Robinson, lost it. They control it now. Emily Graham has it at the free throw line, trying to go in the corner. Does so to Crowell, off to Janicek, up high. Just gonna work the ball around to Graham, goes inside, pulls up, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of the Pirates. That goes off of Christensen. 34. So Jade Janicek waiting to get the ball, gets it into Jordan Maller. To Emily Graham, free throw line jumper is short and out of bounds to Neah-Kah-Nie. Looks like the Braves might be stuck on 55 tonight. Just be 15 points here in the second half. But it's been a lot of, it's been a good learning experience for the young players, getting to step up and play on the varsity stage. Got a foul out front. Hacked by Jade Janicek. Can live with that because she's working the defender and trying to, be aggressive. No harm there. Oh, there's an over and back, not called, but blatant there, and the ball tipped away and comes down now to one of the Pirates. Ball still loose on the court. Janicek comes up with it, gets it ahead to Emily Graham. Fast break situation, lays it up, no good, but she was fouled. Emily Graham going to the free throw line. Emily trying for her first points of the night. See if she can get into the scores book. Tyler Rose and Jade Janicek also yet to score. Malis Crowell hasn't scored.
And that was a beautiful toss ahead, almost like a college or a WNBA type play. You told me something recently, WNBA may be coming back, women's professional basketball may be coming back to Portland.
Ron Wyden has a meeting scheduled with several leaders, among them Coach Kelly Graves, Scott Ruick was in the news last week, the end of last week. Also, the big thing is Kathy Engelbrook, the commissioner of WNBA, is coming to meet with Ron Wyden. Ron Wyden calling it a slam dunk. The WNBA at Moda Center, a slam dunk. Back the other way, ball knocked out of bounds by one of the Braves. Free throw was good, 1 out of 2 at the line for Emily Graham. There's 1 point here going back the other way. Malis Crowell goes up for the lay-in, gets absolutely tattooed from behind, but great sportsmanship by the Pirate to help her back up. But yeah, after she kind of just slammed her into the boards over there, it looked, recently over the weekend, WWE had their Royal Rumble. That looked like the girl from Rockaway Beach there, looking like she was trying out for the Royal Rumble. Maybe she wants to join the WWE Divas. Free throw by Malis Crowell is good, so Malis finally gets into the scorebook. Second free throw also good. 2 out of 2 from Malis. 58-12. See if they can get 20 points here in the quarter. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound coming down to Crowell. She's going all the way with a full head of steam, and then she was reached in and hacked. And you know what? Actually, in the NBA, if this were in the NBA, this would be called a breakaway foul.
Clear path?
Clear path foul, thank you, yeah. It's purely, that's exactly what that was. That was just a foul to stop the drive. And that would be 2 shots and ball for Banks, if I'm not mistaken. Free throw was no good. But the Braves get the rebound and the bucket, and that's it. Brooklyn Robinson scores it right before the buzzer. Brooklyn Robinson finishing with 7 points tonight, and the Braves get 60 points. Our final score, Banks 60, Neah-Kah-Nie 12. They rout the Pirates. Didn't see that coming, Trevor.
No, just start to finish, only 20 points in the second half. But a lot of that had to do with the fact that their bench players played from about the midway point of the third quarter on in a running clock situation. So if this was a regular full-length game, I can pretty much guarantee Banks would probably score 80 if their starters had stayed in the whole game.
Right, and it was a great job by Coach Rizzo and his staff to not have the starters back out. There was no reason to in this game. We got another game coming up on Wednesday. That's going to be a real good game against Rainier. The Rainier Columbians, actually probably another game where the starters are probably going to play half the game, and we're going to see a lot more of the JV players because Rainier is basically a JV team on a varsity court. Well, we'll take a quick break. One final break. We'll come back and wrap it up and bring you our Oregon Army National Guard Hero of the Game. You're listening to Banks Basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling. Gotta get the numbers.
In Likeness of You offers caricatures, face painting, temporary tattoos, indoor and outdoor games, arcade games, and even costume hero birthday events. Since 2013, they've even held corporate events for some of the biggest companies in the world. For more information or to book your next party, go to inlikenessofyou.com, thebash.com, or call 503-858-0164. That's 503-858-0164.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Final score, this one, they've already reset, getting ready for the boys game coming up here. This is our final segment. We're just going to wrap this up with let you know the game's leading scorer, Madison Walker, 13 points, at least a dozen rebounds tonight. Haley Evans also with 12 points, had a handful of steals. 9 points for Madison Bigsby tonight. 7 points off the bench for the freshman, Brooklyn Robinson, and 8 points for McKenna King. There's two people right there, McKenna King and Brooklyn Robinson, Trevor, that could likely be the starting post next year.
Yeah, nice to see the bench players get a lot of quality time tonight from about the middle of the third quarter on. Not a situation where they had to come in due to an injury or anything like that, but to get quality time for your younger players in the third and fourth quarters that's going to be key for next year to get them some quality experience. And this team is just going to keep rebuilding year after year, especially with the buddy program that we talked about, even from 5th, 6th grade on. It's just there's a steady pool of players to choose from for the varsity boys and girls basketball at Banks High School.
60-12 is the final score. The Banks Braves winning it, and to get back in the win column, they are now 19-1 on the season and improved to 8-1 in the Coastal Range League. 3 games left, and 2 of them are right here on this home court. One of them will be next Wednesday night, or not next Wednesday night, but Wednesday night, day after tomorrow. The Rainier Columbians will be here in town, and then the senior night, you want to get here early, will be next Thursday, a week from this Thursday. It'll be the Warrenton Warriors coming in to play the Banks Braves, and of course their only other game left in the regular season, they will be at Yamhill Carlton a week from tomorrow. So, but our next broadcast for girls basketball will be Wednesday night. We'll be on the air at 5:45, tip-off at 6 o'clock. The Banks Braves taking on the Rainier Columbians, our friends from Columbia County. For Trevor Beard, I'm Jonathan Lee, but tonight, before we go, our Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game, a double-double again, second one that we've called, 13 points, a dozen rebounds at least for Madison Walker. She is your Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game. Final score, Banks 60, Neah-Kah-Nie 12. For Trevor, I'm Jonathan Lee. Hope you have a great Monday night, and come back and join us for some boys basketball. Two Graysons in this game. Grayson Voss, though, actually reminds me a lot of Grayson Allen.
Good evening and welcome back to Banks Braves basketball, as tonight the boys program, the 6th ranked team in the state, looks to remain undefeated in Coastal Range League play, as we're trying to get some engineering issues fixed with our audio. Tonight the Banks Braves boys host the Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates, just a half game out of 3rd place and the final guaranteed spot to the 3A boys basketball playoffs coming up the first week of March, where Jonathan and I both plan to be working with another broadcast organization in the Portland area, and our good friend George Walker and Sportscasting Unlimited. Good evening, I'm Trevor Beard, voice of Westside Mobile Media, alongside color analyst on the boys' side, Jonathan Lee. Jonathan had the call earlier tonight in a rout as the Banks Lady Braves, with an astounding win, 60-12 over Neah-Kah-Nie, coming back from a 16-point loss at Corbett, trying to win some style points in the rankings, beating the 4th place team and the current at-large in the 3A girls side, the Neah-Kah-Nie Lady Pirates of Rockaway. Coastal Range League, we talked about this a little bit during the pregame on the girls side. Likely the weakest conference in 3A boys basketball. Banks, the only team in the top 10 in the Coastal Range League when it comes to boys basketball. Riverdale, the 2nd place team. Banks, in their first win last week on Monday, won at Riverdale 60-20, and I believe that's their largest margin of victory in any league contest tonight, or this season, and that includes Corbett. Here earlier in the season, Corbett was winless. It'll give you a little bit of a taste of how weak this league is this year. Corbett was winless prior to the start to Coastal Range League play, and almost midway through the season, they were still in contention for a playoff spot. We're in the top 3. They're still in contention for a playoff spot, despite all of their 3 wins for the Corbett Cardinals coming in league play under Corbett alum Don Carter for the Cardinals. Tonight it's the Neah-Kah-Nie Pirates, a team that's kind of Jekyll and Hyde, 4-4 overall, but again, as we mentioned, a very weak Coastal Range League. New head coach Keita Smith at Warrenton former longtime assistant for Bill Westerholm at Seaside, taking over at Warrenton. Rainier also down this year. Yamhill, Carlton, Banks, and Riverdale, the top three currently, with Neah-Kah-Nie just a half game back. Jonathan, I don't really expect anything less than a blowout tonight, but again, Neah-Kah-Nie with a lot to play for, probably a little bit more than Banks.
Yeah, they have a huge team out there. Of course, we mentioned a little bit in the girls' game that, Neah-Kah-Nie, they don't play football. So, I was just thinking about it just now. They've got some players on this basketball team that look like they could play football. Some big, lineman-type linebacker guys. So, it might be a good little bit of a test for Banks to kind of see how tough they are. Maybe, iron sharpens iron. So this might be a great a contest for Banks to kind of go up against and see if some of these guys that are tough out there can maybe help Banks to get a little tougher as they play some of the bigger teams in the state, get them ready for the state playoffs and what they might see in some of the other big strong teams of the 3A, like Westside Christian, who we saw was very big, very tough. Cascade Christian, always a very tough team. You were mentioning that Cascade and Christian and Banks might be considered two of the favorites to play in the state tournament, but you really, if you're going to play Cascade Christian and hang with them, you're going to have to be tough. So I don't know, but I was just thinking because of such a big team, they don't have a lot of football, so basketball and baseball really their only sports, and it seems like all the high school boys in Rockaway Beach are playing basketball for Neah-Kah-Nie.
Neah-Kah-Nie does have football, but they play at the 2A level in the Northwest League with Vernonia and Clatskanie and Portland Christian. Neah-Kah-Nie's girls program has been traditionally strong at the 2A level for a number of years. They moved up this year for most sports, including volleyball. We'll also see them for baseball coming up in about 6 weeks when baseball season starts right after the end of the basketball season. After we'll do the 3A and 4A state tournaments the first 2 weeks in March, but I believe it's actually a district for baseball this year with a lot of teams from the Lewis and Clark League joining Banks. It seems like there's about 10 teams this year in Banks League for baseball, or Banks District, I should say. And you look at some of the other districts around the state for baseball, there's one in Eastern Oregon, I think at the 2A level, 20 teams for one league for baseball, because you've got a lot of teams having to do co-ops and those sorts of things to field teams.
Well, that's the whole geographical reset, because the whole thing was to get teams together in their own geographic, so that ideally they don't want to have teams coming over the mountain so much, coming over to the valley, or valley teams going over the mountain to play so much. It's like, that was an idea I remember a lot of ADs and administrators talking about. It's like, why don't we have all the teams over there in Central Oregon play each other in a league instead of having teams like Lapine. I came from Cottage Grove, and we were in the Sky M. Lapine was in the Sky M. They had to come over pretty much every season, every game, to play Cottage Grove, Crassville, Junction City, and then, of course, you were going over there once or twice, and so they really did that to kind of, and it makes sense, so now Lapine plays with, like, Madras and John Day and, those schools.
Final seconds of the pregame as the starters are introduced. For Neah-Kah-Nie, number 0, Espen White, a 6-foot senior wing. Number 1, Eddie Loza, a 5'10" senior wing. Number 3, Jonathan Dana, a 5'6" junior wing. Number 13, Ivan Dante, a 6'4" junior post. Number 15, Ethan Hansen, a 5'10" sophomore wing. Number 21, Grayson Roundy, a 5'11" senior post. Number 23, Jacoby Wilson. Wilson, I think, put in an extra letter, a 5'8" senior post. Number 25, Keegan Lane, a 5'11" senior wing. Number 33, Hunter Lane, a 5'10" senior post. Number 42, Dominic Naylor, a 6'1" senior post. Number 50, Ethan Scoville, a 5'10" senior post. Number 51, Johnny Birch, a 5'11" junior wing. Number 52, Humberto Gerardo Keith, a 5'9" senior wing. And number 53, Jordan Lewis, a 6'1" freshman wing. The lone freshman for this Pirates roster. And the starters tonight are White, Loza, number 5 we don't have on the roster. Number 13, Ivan Dante, and number 15, Ethan Hansen. Jonathan?
Well, no need to call up Sports Center with highlights of this one because we've got Espen right there at the top of the list for Neah-Kah-Nie.
A little bit of a surprise tonight. Christian Lyda getting the start for the Braves. Number 2, Wyatt Selleck, a 6-foot senior guard, 1 starter. Number 3, Ben Mayo will not get the start tonight. It's Christian Lyda, the other guard, replacing him, a 5'11 senior guard. Number 12, Ian Bodine, 6'1 senior guard. Number 14, Max Walker, also I think getting the start, a 6'3 sophomore post. And get you the other starter once the tip is underway. Banks will be moving right to left, right to left as you look at your listening device, west to east directionally. It will be Logan Kind, the other starter. Max Walker will not be starting as we thought. It will be Grayson Voss, the other starter. So it's Walker, Lyda, Bodine, Voss, and Kind, the starters for the Braves. And to tip it off, it will be Espen White and Logan Kind. And the tip is controlled by Neah-Kah-Nie, quickly moving left to right, nearly stolen by Lyda, left wing, but resets Espen White back to number 5, left wing. Dribbles just inside the 3-point arc, down in the corner. Trapp tries to split a double team, and I think it's number 15, Ethan Hansen, losing the basketball. Turnover for the Pirates. Lyda will set up the offense, right side top of the circle to Kind. Back out on top to Lyda, halfway between the top of the arc and the midpoint or midcourt circle with the Vegas Gold Arrowhead. Inside to Selleck, back out, tried a no-look pass, a little sloppy that time. Tried to get too fancy and stolen by Neah-Kah-Nie, but out of control, trying to drive to the basket. Turnover, Ethan Hansen. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for Neah-Kah-Nie. Selleck into the front court. Brings the ball left wing to Bodine. Drives baseline. Lays it up and in off the glass. Banks with an early 2-0 lead. First 2 for Ian Bodine. Neah-Kah-Nie will try to get it into the front court against the Banks press. To White. Bounce pass to number 5. Pulls up with a 3 left side wing, no good. Rebound put back, no good from Ethan Hansen. And we're going to get a loose ball foul as Logan Kind comes down with the rebound. First foul of the game will go on number 5, who we do not have on our roster for Neah-Kah-Nie.
That's Anthony Allen. Anthony Allen's number 5.
Okay. Bodine drives left wing all the way to the basket, flips it up left to right, up and in, as we try to work on a roster update. Neah-Kah-Nie with the basketball into the front court, inside to Ethan Hansen for the first 2 for Neah-Kah-Nie, and it's 4-2 Braves with about 6 minutes left. Braves with the basketball. Bodine right wing. On top to Voss. Lyda left wing. Dribbles back right side. Right elbow to Bodine baseline. Looks like they want to get most of their offense through him. Misses at the rim. Tries to go back up and is going to be hammered as he attempts his shot. And he'll shoot 2 free throws with 5:52 left in the first quarter. Banks a 4-2 lead. No, they're going to say non-shooting. Banks inbounds just right of their own basket. Lyda to Bodine around the perimeter to Selleck. Left corner, drives baseline. Double team, kicks it back out to Logan Kind for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Neah-Kah-Nie.
Ivan Dante, the rebound.
Pirates with the basketball. Anthony Allen, long 3 from NBA range. Off the side of the rim, no good from Espen White. And lost it out of bounds, trying to flip a pass over his shoulder, I think, was Ethan Hansen. Another turnover for Neah-Kah-Nie. I think that's their 3rd with 5 coming up on 5:15.
It was a great attempt by Ethan Hansen. He tried to flip it off of Wyatt Selleck to go out of bounds, but didn't quite work out how he planned it.
Selleck wanted to go backdoor to Bodine, but passing lane was cut off nicely. Back out on top to Leiter to reset. Selleck spins in the lane, hangs, and is going to get blocked, but a foul called. Not sure I agree with that. Wyatt Selleck, I think, got bailed out. Didn't see much of a body on that either.
Yeah, Neah-Kah-Nie got totally hosed on that one. That was a clean-looking block by that was a good block, I think, by Espen White that time. And Espen White. That's. I think it's time to go back to the training room for the officials and review what is exactly a block and what's a hack.
And that's 2 on Espen White. 3 fouls already on Neah-Kah-Nie. We've played just under 3 minutes, 5:01 on the timer, and Selleck hits a pair, and it's 6-2 Braves. 3 minutes in, Banks a 6-2 lead. OSA 3A boys basketball, nearly an over and back violation as Loza speeds up into the front court to avoid the violation. Loza, top of the circle, back right side to Anthony Allen, back to Loza. Runs the offense left side to Ethan Hansen. Back to Loza. Braves in a 2-3 zone. Allen, right wing. Back to Loza. Holds over his head into the corner. Jacoby Wilson in the game. Saved by Allen. Jumper in the key. Loza drives just inside the free throw line. That's back to just a 2-point game, 6-4 Braves. Selleck got a half-speed pace dribble into the front court, right side to Christian Lida on the wing. Bodine, right corner baseline, tries to feed it inside, can't get it in, gets it to Logan Kind. Right little block, tries to make a spin move, can't go up. Voss out to Bodine, free throw line, jumper, can't get the Kind bounce off the right side, front of the rim, and Neah-Kah-Nie with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Loza just inside the 3-point arc. Back out to Ethan Hansen. Allen got about an NBA 3. Hansen drives right baseline, tripped, and we're going to get a late whistle, a blocking foul on Ian Bodine. First team foul on the Braves comes with 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Blocking foul. Neah-Kah-Nie will inbound left to their own basket, inside to Jacoby Wilson. Jumper left to the key, no. Somehow got it back and then lost it out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Neah-Kah-Nie. 3:32 left. Banks 6, Neah-Kah-Nie 4. Christian Lida will come out. Get a little more size in now with Dylan Jansen and Bo Wormington. Back out off the inbound for Neah-Kah-Nie to Allen. The dangerous pass way out near midcourt far side. Got away with the travel. Kicks it out to Hansen, left wing. Back out on top far side to Jacoby Wilson. And nearly stolen by Wormington, overplayed though, and nearly left Neah-Kah-Nie with a wide open shot, but it's a turnover again as Selleck comes away with it into the front court quickly. Voss, Wormington can't go up, left baseline, nice pass inside to Jansen. Turnaround jumper right in front of the basket, it's good. 8-4 Banks, first 2 for Dylan Jansen. Under 3 minutes, stolen by Bo Wormington. Into the front court, ahead to Voss. Leave it for Selleck, won't go up. Out to Bo Wormington. Bodine, right corner 3, that's off the back rim, no. Rebound loose, and I think it's Jacoby Wilson. Wormington takes it away, and he's going to be hacked on his way up. It was actually Dante that initially came down with the rebound. I'm not sure if Ben Mayo was injured or not. He did not start and is still yet to come in the game.
Ben Mayo's not even dressed for the game tonight.
So not a good sign from Banks. Their leading scorer, but Banks still no issue with the win at Corbett on Thursday. First free throw from Bo Wormington gets the kind bounce high off the back rim.
It's the 4th Banks player to score.
Second free throw is short, no good. 9-4 Banks. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. White gets it ahead to Allen, gets it into the front court near side. Wilson out to Loza near midcourt near side. Pass is knocked away by Voss. Ball still loose. Voss able to save, and we're going to get an over and back violation on Banks. I didn't think anybody even had possession.
Yeah, they didn't have possession until they went to the back court.
Another strange call. First one, that foul on Espen White on the block, and now an over and back violation when nobody had possession. Neah-Kah-Nie will hold on to it, try to get a backdoor pass to Allen, threw it a little bit behind him, and Neah-Kah-Nie will have to bring it back out and reset. Allen left to the left wing, and it's poked out of bounds into the student section. 2:02 left, 9-4. Banks with a 5-point lead. Kind of hard to tell if there's any kind of theme tonight for the student section. Not really any similar dress. Maybe Hawaiian night. See a couple of lays over there, and the rebound put back by Wilson, though, after a miss. Gets a steal, though, goes back up, and he's going to be fouled as he tries to flip it up on the reverse. 1:49 left. Banks 9, Neah-Kah-Nie 4, but a chance to cut into the 5-point lead for the Braves as Jacoby Wilson will head to the line to shoot two. First foul on Wyatt Selleck's second team foul. First free throw for Wilson is good. Jacoby Wilson hits a pair. It's 9-6 Banks with under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Wilkinson.
Oh, okay, that's what I did wrong. I had Wilson typed in the roster, Wilnson.
Yeah, Jacoby Wilkinson.
A loose ball foul on Neah-Kah-Nie, non-shooting. 1:34 left. Four high is the call from Pat Marlia. Whistling an offensive foul, maybe a moving screen. I think either a push-off on Dylan Jansen. Second turnover for the Braves. Neah-Kah-Nie with the basketball. Allen to Loza. Left corner is blocked on the three-point attempt, and a loose ball foul on either Jansen or Bodine as Ivan Dante tried to get the ball back after the blocked shot attempt. It will be on Ian Bodine. That's his second, and Banks is, I think the officials, nice job that time from the officials to expect the substitution and let Bodine come out. Into the game now for the Braves, Noel Mayo, Ben Mayo's younger brother. Nice pass ahead to Bo Wormington. Can't get the layup though. And Voss tried to take it away. A lot of aggressive play on the rebound and a very aggressive whistle that time by the lead official on Bo Wormington. I think Bo just kind of frustrated that time. He wasn't able to convert on the layup, and 9-6 still. Banks with a 3-point lead. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Passes just popped way out of bounds by Grayson Voss.
Yeah, he got his hand in the passing lane there, much like we saw in the girls' game. Very active hands, and he poked that one all the way up into the middle of the stands.
9-6 Braves. Three-pointer from Dante as an air ball. Rebound loose. We're going to have a jump ball. 42 seconds in the quarter, and the ball will go back to Banks. Inbound to Wyatt Selleck. Banks may hold for a final shot. Selleck gets a screen from Voss. Mayo, Noel Mayo on top to Voss. Selleck right wing, drives right baseline, 18-foot jumper, canned it. Banks with an 11-6 lead, 20 seconds left in the quarter.
4 points for Selleck.
Back the other way come the Pirates. Out on top to Allen, free throw line. Tries to go inside to Dante. We're going to get a pushing foul on Dylan Jansen with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, he didn't really push that time. It's just I think he got a little bit too close to Dante that time and just kind of grazed him, but it reads as a push. I mean, there's no grazing foul, so.
Allen to inbound to Dante. Double teamed, way out on top to Wilkinson for three. That's over and off, left of the basket. left side of the rim, I should say, and Noel Mayo for three, high off the backboard, and no good from NBA range. Would not have counted if it had went down. After one quarter, a little bit closer than we thought. Banks 11, Neah-Kah-Nie 6. Pirates doing a pretty good job defensively. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back after this. From Jason Bond Remodeling, Banks Braves basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Neah-Kah-Nie leading a stat you don't want to lead, and that's turnovers, and that's likely a big reason for Banks' 5-point lead. Neah-Kah-Nie out rebounding Banks, despite Banks having a little bit of a size advantage. 11-6 as we start the second quarter. Loza, left wing to Anthony Allen, tries to bring the ball right, left corner baseline, trapped, and it's stolen by Noel Mayo. Ahead to Wormington. Lays it up and in, able to come to the jump stop and finish that time cleanly. Missed a layup earlier in the first quarter. It's 13-6 Banks early in the second. Into the front court. Dante, head fakes left baseline, can't go up. Out on top to Eddie Loza, drives around Voss to Wilkinson. Allen, cross court pass to Ethan Hansen, no good. Missed everything but the backboard on a left wing three. Back the other way. The Braves come quickly. Noel Mayo misses at the rim right side. Tries to go back up. Rebound taken away by Neah-Kah-Nie. Hansen back the other way. Tried to get fancy. Should have gone backboard and overlaid off the back iron. And the rebound back to Neah-Kah-Nie. Selleck with the basketball. Drives right elbow. Jumper is good. And back-to-back buckets for the Braves to start the second quarter, increasing the lead a little bit more. 6 now for Selleck, and the lead is 9 at 15-6. Wilkinson, pass stolen by Bo Wormington. Ahead to Voss. One-on-one, will back it back out. Not a ball handler. Gets it to Wormington. Selleck, right side, top of the circle. Free throw line jumper. Canned another one. Wyatt Selleck is on fire tonight. Now has 8 at 17-6 Banks. Now lead is double figures of 11 under 6.5 minutes. First half 17-6. Hansen around the perimeter near side to Loza. 3 backboard, quick rim out, no. Gets it back. Wilkinson will try a right corner 3. That's in and out, no good. And the rebound to Logan Kind. Selleck ahead with the hot hand. Will he take the shot again this opportunity? Wormington right wing. Looking for Selleck again. Kind sets a screen. Gets it to Noel Mayo. Drives right of the key. Elbow jumper. Canned another one. Banks is on fire. Doesn't matter who. Selleck and Noel Mayo. 4 for 4 in the quarter. Braves can't miss in this second period. Time out. Neah-Kah-Nie to try to cool him down. It's Banks 19. Neah-Kah-Nie 6. 5:47 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break since it is a full timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Jim's Market.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back second quarter. Banks had just an 11-6 lead after the first quarter. But Banks has gotten hot from the elbow and has not missed in the second quarter on an 8-0 run over 2 minutes and 13 seconds to take a 19-6 lead, leading up to the last timeout called by Neah-Kah-Nie.
This is more what we thought this game would be like. Just took a quarter to feel the mountains, and now Patrick Marlia has them figured out and making the adjustments so far that I give the chess match right now the lead to Patrick Marlia.
Loza with it. Neah-Kah-Nie having some trouble getting into the front court, and Espen White tried to drive inside and lost it to Logan Kine. Back the other way. Noel Mayo drives all the way to the basket. No! Oh, they are going to count it, and he's fouled. I thought they were going to call an offensive foul, but Banks is 5 for 5 in the second quarter. Noel Mayo with a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Banks with a 21-6 lead, now on a 10-0 run in the first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter. And we got an injury. Looks like a left arm to Anthony Allen. We'll get you the new player in just a moment after.
Jonathan Dana.
Thank you. The three-point play is completed by Noel Mayo. Banks had 11 points in the entire first quarter. They already have 11 in the first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter, 22-6. Wilkinson drives around Logan Kine. We're going to get a blocking foul. No shot. Foul occurred on the drive as he drove around Logan Kine. 7th team foul on the Braves, and that will put Neah-Kah-Nie in the bonus the rest of the way. Just the first foul on Logan Kine as Christian Lyda comes out. Jonathan Dana, as Jonathan said, the player that came in for Allen, who had to leave with a left arm injury. Jonathan? Second free throw, no good. Wilkinson misses a pair. Bodine all the way to the basket. Gets the kind roll off the front of the rim. It's now a 13-0 Banks run, 24-6. Back the other way, got away with the travel. Lyda knocks it out. Oh no, it went off of his arm as he was trying to keep it from going out of bounds. It went off the arm of Keegan Lane. Officials didn't see it. Lyda
was the last one to touch it.
Loza way out on top, right side to White. Back to White, right wing for three. And that missed everything but the backboard. Weak side backboard, and the rebound to the Braves. Selleck to Noel Mayo for three. That's short, no good. Off the side of the rim, rebound. It's going to be off of Noel Mayo, out of bounds. 4:36. Neah-Kah-Nie, like their girls' team couldn't score in the first quarter. Their boys' team hasn't scored in the second quarter.
Almost 4 minutes. 4-minute drought.
Espen White into the front court to Dana. Right corner baseline, Keegan Lane. Back out on top to White. Three-point attempt from Jonathan Dana. That's no good, over and off. And we're going to have a loose ball foul on Banks. Neah-Kah-Nie is getting nothing inside at the rim.
No Mayo pushing off.
And Wilkinson is going to go back to the line where he missed a pair a moment ago.
No, it's 1-1.
Oh, okay. That's right. First free throw for Wilkinson is good. That's the first point for Neah-Kah-Nie in the second quarter after going almost the entire first half of the first quarter scoreless. 4:17 to go in the first half, 24-7 Banks. Second free throw for Wilkinson. Rims out, hangs off the back rim and falls off. 24-7. Banks on a 13-1 run in the second quarter. Bodine all the way to the basket. No, the foul called, and it's going to go on Keegan Lane. Eden Bodine at the line to shoot two. And now Banks will be in the bonus the rest of the half. First free throw for Ian Bodine, a little too hard off the back right corner of the rim, no good. Second free throw, 14-1 run for Banks in the second quarter, 25-7 lead with 4:05 left in the first half. Loza into the front court, far side to White. Near side now, 53 in the game. That may be Keith. We have listed as 52. We do not have a 53 on our roster. Left corner three from Wilkinson. That's too hard off the back rim, and the rebound to Noel Mayo. Mayo into the front court. Bodine
All right, baseline corner drives. Bounce pass to Noel Mayo. Lida on top to Selleck. Drives through the key. Hangs, no. Knocked to the floor as he grazes the bottom of the net with his shot attempt. And he'll head to the line to shoot two. Number 53, Jordan Lewis. Oh, okay, I see what I did. Made the roster a little bit too big. First free throw for Selleck is good. And Selleck hits a pair, 10 for Wyatt Selleck, and it's 27-7 Banks with a 20-point lead over Neah-Kah-Nie. Pirates into the front court. Espen White to Loza, back to White. Far side to Jordan Lewis, NBA 3, back rim no for the freshman. The only freshman on this Neah-Kah-Nie roster. Selleck into the front court, ahead to Jansen. Wide ahead fakes, takes an 18-foot jumper left to the key, no good. And the rebound to Neah-Kah-Nie coming up on 3 minutes and a half. Banks on a 16-1 run in the second quarter. Lewis. Two defenders come chasing at him. White inside to Wilkinson, won't take the shot left baseline. Back out to Lewis for three, no, that's off the back of the rim to the right, no good. Back out to White. Lane. White holds, nearly stolen by Lida, taken away by Dylan Jansen. Selleck into the front court, finds Lida wide open left right corner, won't take the three. Bodine drives to the basket, counted, and he's fouled. 29-7, 18-1 run continues in the second quarter for Banks. As we're going to get Bo Wormington back in for Banks. And a timeout. Neah-Kah-Nie, not sure if it's a 30 or a full. 30-second timeout. We may have a technical coming for Neah-Kah-Nie. Oh.
This free throw coming up, if Ian Bodine hits it, Banks will have two double-figure scores here in the first half.
Neah-Kah-Nie still out rebounding Banks 23-20. Bodine with a chance at a three-point play and cans the free throw. 30-7 Banks. Into the front court, Lewis to White, back to Lewis, top of the circle. One dribble to Eddie Loza, right wing. Trying to get it inside. We're going to get a loose ball foul on Dylan Jansen as they tried to feed Dante in the low post.
Yeah, that's a phantom foul that time because I was watching that play and Dylan Jansen just, he actually bent over backwards to knock the ball out of the lane and he didn't even touch Dante. There was no contact made. So, I mean, I know normally that's could be with the body, but.
First free throw from Dante, rims out, no good. Rebound to Banks. Selleck ahead to Bodine, drives right baseline. Tries to make a move with the rim, hangs off the front of the rim, no, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in, 32-7. 20-1 Banks in the second quarter.
Ian Bodine with 8 in the quarter, 12 for the game.
Actually 21-1. Espen White, right wing three, won't take it. On top to Loza, drives left side of the key, no, rims out just inside the free throw line. And the rebound to Selleck under nearing 90 seconds. Bodine, left wing, on top to Selleck. Dribbles left side, tries to go back door. Bodine is cut off. Voss hands to Selleck, drives and loses the basketball as he's knocked to the floor. Voss tries to save it and throws it to nobody as he tries to keep it off the floor. Fourth turnover for Banks, 32-7, 1:19 left in the first half. Banks a 25-point lead. Not quite as bad as the girls' game at halftime, but still turning into a laugher here in the boys' game as well. Stolen by Logan Kine. Quickly into the front court to Voss, back to Logan. Nice give and go. Hooks a pass out to Wormington. Bodine drives. Runner at the basket is good. 34-7.
10 points in the quarter for Ian Bodine.
Loza to Lewis. Got away with the travel. Knocked away by Logan Kind. Right to Ian Bodine. Pushes in the front court. Bad pass. Voss catches up with it to Selleck. Lays it up and in. Wyatt Selleck with 12, and it's 36-7.
8 points in the quarter for Selleck.
25-1, Banks in the second quarter to put this one almost out of reach. Nearly a 30-point lead on what is likely the final possession of the half for Neah-Kah-Nie, nearly stolen by Wormington. Knocks it away, but he's going to get called for a hand check.
Yeah, he didn't like the call. He tried to lobby that, oh, I got it back, but no, dude, you got your hand caught in the cookie jar. Everybody saw you. You got caught with the goods.
Espen White to shoot the double bonus for Neah-Kah-Nie. First free throw is short off the front of the rim, no good.
Espen White has some wild-looking shoes.
Second free throw off the back rim, no good. And Logan Kine can't quite save the rebound as makes contact with the end line. Banks in transparent lettering along the navy blue baseline and end line. White to inbound, left of his own basket out to Lewis. Won't take the three. Right wing three is off the front of the rim, no good. Selleck pulls up from 40 feet. That's well short, and that's the way the half will end. Banks outscores Neah-Kah-Nie 25-1 to turn a 5-point lead after the first quarter into a 29-point rout. At halftime, we'll take a 2-minute break as we got some business to take care of to get caught up with our sponsors. We'll be back after this from Sarah Hesselman. Our halftime score, Banks 36, Neah-Kah-Nie 7. This is Banks Braves boys basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling on Westside Mobile Media.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
And we're back as Banks dance, I think junior dancers performing at halftime in a all plaid, looks like plaid flannel with black pants and black kind of sparkly puffy vests.
Black Converse shoes. Of course, coming up, the cheerleading and dance state championships are coming up. So you'll see this a lot of high schools at halftime. The cheerleaders and the dance teams will be performing at halftime. This is a practice performance for them because coming up, of course, in a couple of weeks, over usually at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum is where that usually is held. Sometimes held at Moda Center and sometimes held at high schools. But they're also every weekend pretty much right now at this part of the season. This is a huge time for the cheerleader competitions and dance competitions throughout the state. Cheerleaders aren't just about get all dolled up and go out there and cheer for the teams. It's a serious, cheerleading is a sport, and it is a serious competition. It's just like basketball is. They're all competing for a common goal. They're all competing to be the best in the state. They get a state championship trophy, and right now this is their time to shine. And you get a situation like this at halftime of the game. It's not just about going out there and performing in front of fans for kicks and giggles. It's actually it's actually hard work for them. It's a dress rehearsal. They're performing in a live audience because they're going to get that on that competition floor.
And you look at the different sports represented at Banks High School with the kind of long home plate-shaped banners on the south side of the wall, the home side of the gym. Cheerleading is represented, although Banks has not had cheerleading for a number of years. I think they had it when I was here early on, starting in 2015. I lived in Banks from about 2008, 2009 on, but their last state finish, if I read that correctly, kind of small print, looks like 2003 for cheerleading. Of course, Banks, the Triple Crown state championships in the last full season prior to COVID, the 2018-2019 school year with the football state championship over Seaside 31-20. Also in boys basketball 62-56 over Seaside, and then a 3-1 win over Henley of Klamath Falls in the baseball state championship. Only done 3 other times in the 100-plus year history of high school athletics in the state of Oregon and the OSAA organization. Our halftime score, Banks 36 and Neah-Kah-Nie 7. Banks outscores the Pirates 25-1 in the second quarter. We'll get you a look at some individual scoring when we come back after this 2-minute break from Awana Credit Union.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-0500 888-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
Oh, no, Josh Hart is playing.
And we're back. Halftime score, Banks 36, Neah-Kah-Nie 7. Banks a 25-1 run in the second quarter to take control in the first half. Taking a look at the Wanna Credit Union scoreboard, Portland Trailblazers trying to bounce back and get a home win, leading 64-60 at halftime over Atlanta. Taking a look at other finals tonight from OSAA basketball as we continue with the Wanna Credit Union scoreboard. Corbett, no surprise, with a 62-29 blowout at home over Rainier. This score, a little bit of a surprise. Warrenton wins at home over Yamhill Carlton, 31-26. No score. Well, our earlier game, Neah-Kah-Nie and Banks defeating Neah-Kah-Nie 60-12. Pac West Conference Sheridan over Taft of Lincoln City 53-48. Santiam Christian over 1A North Clackamas Christian 46-18. And Catlin Gable over Portland Adventist 55-22. Ian Bodine has 14 points and 3 rebounds, along with Wyatt Selleck, 12 points and 9 boards. 1 rebound away from a double-double. Those 2 players leading Banks. No player obviously in double figures for Neah-Kah-Nie, as only 7 points as a team.
Well, I was thinking in the second quarter if maybe the reason why Ben Mayo is sitting, if that was just maybe a plan to get some other players to step up. It's working.
Banks with the basketball to start the third quarter. Backdoor shot pass from Lida. Bodine couldn't finish, though. It's around the rim and off. No good. Rebound to Neah-Kah-Nie. Espen White got away with the travel. Far side right wing to Eddie Loza against Lida. Say that 10 times fast. 3 from Espen White, no good. Rebound to Christian Lida, ahead to, oh, yeah. Voss wasn't paying attention to where Selleck was and threw it behind him. Selleck hadn't crossed the midcourt stripe yet, and it's a turnover for Banks. Espen White, left corner 3 from Ethan Hansen is good, and Neah-Kah-Nie has finally hit double figures, trailing 36-10. So Neah-Kah-Nie scores first in the second half. Lida gets it across to Selleck. Voss drives left baseline at the basket, lays it up and in. Nice job that time by Grayson Voss along the baseline. 38-10. Banks with a 28-point lead into the front court. Neah-Kah-Nie. White, actually, I think it's Allen with it. Turnover either way. Stolen by Selleck into the front court now, drives right of the key. And nearly stolen by Neah-Kah-Nie. Kind, three from Bodine, barely draws side of the rim. Kind tries to save, but right to Ethan Hansen, drives to the basket against Lyda. Rims out on the kind of awkward layup attempt. And Banks with the basketball. Bodine to Kind. Dangerous pass on top to Selleck. Lyda left wing. A cross-court pass. Never want to do that. And it's back the other way for Neah-Kah-Nie. Ethan Hansen blocked out of bounds by Wyatt Selleck. But a foul call. I think he came down on his head after the block.
That's a nice attempt by Wyatt Selleck, who just got his 10th rebound.
Okay, that's what I thought you were trying to say. So now Wyatt Selleck with a double-double.
Good sportsmanship by Wyatt to go over there and check on the player. He was just trying to block the shot, play defense. Didn't mean to knock him into the boards.
First free throw for Ethan Hansen is good, 38-11. Wilkinson ready to check in next. Dead ball for Neah-Kah-Nie. And
Hansen now the leading scorer for Neah-Kah-Nie with 7 points in the game. 5 points here in this third quarter.
Hansen with a pair of free throws, 38-12. Lyda, bounce pass back to Selleck, back to Lyda. I got to hurry to get it across. Head fakes and another dangerous pass as Selleck was in the backcourt when Lyda was in the front court, threw it to him, but Lyda able to quickly get across to avoid the turnover. Bodine to Selleck, right, left baseline corner into Kind. Out to Lyda, wide open right corner three, no. Rebound Bodine has it poked away, but right to Logan Kind. Selleck for three, top of the circle, that's good. 17 for Wyatt Selleck, and it's 41-12. Lead us back to 29. Wyatt into the front court, or Allen actually. Splits a double team, nearly stolen by Selleck. Allen drives inside, hangs, will get it to go, and a chance at a three-point play. Foul will either be on Voss or Logan Kind. Foul is on Logan Kind. Correction, Selleck with 15, not 17. 41-14 with 5:14 left. And the free throw is good for Anthony Allen. 41-15. Neah-Kah-Nie trying to inch their way back. Lyda, way out far side. Front of the student section on top to Bodine out near midcourt. Selleck right wing, one dribble back to Bodine, top of the circle. Feeds Selleck cutting across the key. Lyda, right wing, won't go up. Selleck will hold, one dribble right wing to Bodine. Makes a move, right of the key, kicks it out to Christian Lyda. Drives inside the three-point arc. Dangerous pass, but Selleck able to control. Bodine. Selleck to Voss, right wing, playing out of position inside to Bodine, right of the key. Comes up well short on the rebound to Eddie Loza. Banks coming out the second half the way they did to start the game and letting Neah-Kah-Nie inch a little bit closer. That three is off the front of the rim from the left wing of shot attempt from Anthony Allen, and we're going to get a kick ball.
Happy birthday, Grayson Voss, on that rebound. I just came right off the rim, right into his breadbasket.
Eddie Loza and a timeout, Neah-Kah-Nie. Waiting to see if it's a 30 or a full. Looks like it is a full timeout. 4:13 to go in the third quarter. Banks still in control, 41-15. Neah-Kah-Nie trying to inch their way back and make things a little bit more respectable. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Scoggins, from Specialty Screen Printing.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
No, that's Matt Evenson.
41-15, Banks leading Neah-Kah-Nie. Third quarter, having a discussion about Wyman Smith, Banks' longtime football assistant and basketball public address announcer.
Good guy.
Selleck to inbound, left of his own basket, Kind left corner. Gets it out quickly to avoid the trap, out to Bodine. Bounce pass to Selleck left wing, back to Bodine. Dribbles high, put a little shoulder into Eddie Loza, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Ian Bodine. Third team foul on Banks as well, halfway through the first quarter. Neah-Kah-Nie outscoring Banks 8-5 in the period. Wilkinson way out on top. Nearly went through the hands of Espen White, right wing. Grayson Roundy now in the game loses it, but right to Eddie Loza. Coming around a curl, canned it from the top of the circle. Neah-Kah-Nie with a three, 41-18. Bo Wormington and Dylan Jansen now in the game. Bounce pass ahead to Grayson Voss.
Beautiful
Off
pass.
the feed from Bodine, 43-18.
Beautiful pass from Christian Lyda that time.
3:15 left, third quarter. Anthony Allen tries to drive against Selleck, cut off, left to the key, tries to flip up a wild shot, nearly went over the top of the backboard. Rebound putback is no good from Roundy, and the rebound to the Braves. Ahead to Lyda, leaves it for Selleck to set up the offense, way out near the midcourt stripe. Gets, looked like Bodine was going to set a screen, fakes the screen, come back out on top to run the offense. Lyda back to Bodine. Right wing to Selleck, quick three, no, the backdoor shot pass to Christian Lyda, 45-18. Two and a half minutes left, third quarter. Allen to Loza, drives, little 12-foot jumper right of the key, off the back rim, tipped and controlled by Selleck. Selleck drives, flips a pass right side of Bodine. 12-foot jumper baseline is good from Ian Bodine. 47-18, lead us back to 29 for Banks. Their largest of the game. It might have been 30 at one point. 2:05 left in the third quarter. 20 for Ian Bodine, and a three-point attempt from, I think, Espen White is good, 47-21. Under 2 minutes, third quarter. Banks a 26-point lead. Selleck back to Bodine. Kind out to Lyda for three. Looked online just a little bit short. Rebound loose. Took a funny curve and right to Bodine. Loose ball to Selleck is good for three. Again, it's a 29-point lead, 50-21. 18 for Wyatt Selleck. Nearly stolen by Lyda. Got to be careful. Looked like he may have came over the top. Loza, right side top of the circle to Allen. He'll hold with 1:05 left in the period. Allen, or no, it's Loza to Wilkinson, top of the circle. Now Allen with it left side against Lyda. On top to Grayson Roundy, right wing. To Espen White, Wilkinson. Neah-Kah-Nie may want to hold for a final shot despite being over a minute left on the third quarter. Jumper right elbow is no good from Anthony Allen. Rebound loose. Wilkinson and Kind doing battle, taken away by Wilkinson. And either Logan Kind or Grayson Voss is going to come up with the foul. It's going to be on Grayson Voss, 4th team foul. Neah-Kah-Nie still has yet to commit a harm in the third quarter. 27 seconds left in the period. Wilkinson rims and the first. Second free throw off the back rim, no good. Rebound to the Braves. Dylan Jansen gets it to Selleck. No pressure from Neah-Kah-Nie. 20 seconds left in the quarter. To Wormington. Bounce pass to Jansen in the right corner. Voss gets the Kind bounce. Right of the key, a little 6-footer in the lane. 52-22. Banks now has their largest lead of the game at 30, just for the moment as Allen with a heat check from outside, connects from NBA range as the horn sounds.
Momentum shift.
It's now Banks 52, Neah-Kah-Nie 25. After 3 quarters of play, we'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from GorgeNet ISP.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
And we're back, start of the fourth quarter. Banks with a 52-25 lead. Neah-Kah-Nie had 7 points through the first 2 quarters. They score 18 in the third to make the game a little bit more respectable. Still a 27-point lead, though, for Banks heading into the fourth quarter. Neah-Kah-Nie scores first. 52-27. Hansen with the field goal. Selleck inside. Oh, beautiful backdoor from Dylan Jansen. 54-27. Banks doubling up the Pirates.
That's Dylan's first 2 points since the first quarter.
7.5 minutes left. Allen. Right wing to Loza. On top to Espen White. Left wing to Allen, wants to take Selleck. White back to Allen left side. Voss comes to help. Double team, and we're going to have a jump ball as Roundy tried to go up and was triple teamed. And it's going to go as a turnover. Banks will win the arrow that time as Neah-Kah-Nie got it to start the quarter. 16 turnovers for Neah-Kah-Nie. 15. Selleck to Noel Mayo for 3 left wing. That barely draws iron, and the rebound to Espen White. And makes a move against Voss. It's blocked, but Neah-Kah-Nie comes down with the rebound. Espen White for 3 again from NBA range. Short ball loose, and we're going to have a jump ball. Quick jump ball that time because things had started to get heated on the attempt at the loose ball. 6.5 minutes left, 54-27. Banks a 27-point lead. The inbound is knocked away, stolen by Noel Mayo. Into the front court, tries to split a double team. No, Mayo got away with the travel, but he's going to be fouled as that's just the first team foul on Neah-Kah-Nie in the second half. Foul will be on Espen White. Noel Mayo will be at the line to shoot 2. Third personal on Espen White. spelled just like ESPN, only with an E between the P and the N. First free throw for Noel Mayo is too hard, no good.
Noel with 5 points tonight.
Second free throw is clean, 55-27. Banks had a lead as large as 30, I think, on maybe one occasion in the first half, and then for a very brief moment at the end of the third quarter, 55-27. And Espen White getting knocked to the floor. Slips coming across the key out to Anthony Allen for three. That's high off the side of the rim, no. Rebound to Dylan Jansen. Sell it quickly into the front court. Across to Wormington. Pulls up, won't take the three. Mayo drives free throw line. Back to Wormington. Left baseline jumper. Nice ball movement. A little bit too long for Jansen. Nice job to keep the ball alive at the offensive end. Wormington rims out, no good, top of the circle. And the rebound to Hunter Lane for Neah-Kah-Nie, nearly stolen by Voss. And we're going to have a kick ball on Grayson Voss. 5.5 minutes left. Banks a 28-point lead, 55-27, looking for their 17th win on the season to improve to 17-3. Now Banks, I think, is going to wave the white flag, but on the winning end, Grayson or Connor McCutcheon ready to check in, one of the last bench players for varsity. Stolen by Selleck into the front court, 1-on-3. We'll pull it back out. And take a top of the circle three, too long, and the rebound to Espen White. Drives through the key, lost the handle, and taken away by Grayson Voss. Braves with numbers as White slipped and fell, trying to get the ball back in the backcourt. Wormington on top to Mayo. Max Walker will also check in next whistle. Selleck on top to Noel Mayo, back to Selleck left wing. Bounce pass inside to Jansen, but it's knocked away out of bounds, and McCutcheon.
Connor Mack and Max Walker in.
So all bench players in for the Braves with, Noel Mayo leading the offense off the bench. McCutcheon back to Noel Mayo, left corner three. No, we're going to get a loose ball foul on Max Walker.
Trying to come around the body.
4.5 minutes left. Banks will improve to 17-3. Wasn't pretty at times to start the game, but Banks figured things out on both sides. Travel, but again, that's kind of a mercy no call. 55-27. Banks will improve to 17-3.
With the travel.
9-0 in league play.
18 turnovers.
And Jordan Lewis will come in for the Pirates as most of the roster on the court for Neah-Kah-Nie now also off the bench.
Story of this game, pretty much the turnovers. 18 by Neah-Kah-Nie, just 8 for Banks. And Banks taking scoring off those turnovers.
In a second quarter, 25-1 run. Wormington to Noel Mayo. Good ball movement to Connor McCutcheon, trying to get him in the scoring book. And Connor traveled before trying to get a pass out to Dylan Jansen. Banks had an 11-6 lead after the first quarter, 36-7 at halftime, a 25-1 run in the second quarter. Wilkinson for Neah-Kah-Nie holds against Wormington. Keegan Lane will try to drive left baseline, cut off by Max Walker. Hunter Lane. Nearly stolen by Bo Wormington, but ball does find its way to Wilkinson, who makes like a bowl in a china shop, and instead of getting called for a travel, is going to get bailed out by the official.
Why call the foul? That takes more time to call the foul, report it to the bench, than just call the travel. And go the other way.
Non-shooting foul. And you talk about trying to let a team back in the game. Foul discrepancies in the second half. 6 for Banks, just 1 for Neah-Kah-Nie. Only 3 minutes left in the game. Wilkinson drives right of the key, tries to flip up a wild shot, goes off the side of the backboard, and then Max Walker falls on top of him trying to get it back, but apparently Wilkinson had already made contact with the inline as we have a candy spill or something along the far corner of the gym. Surprised officials did not call a officials timeout to get that mess straightened out. Parker Littlejohn now in the game as well. Wormington, bounce pass to McCutcheon. Back to Wormington from Noel Mayo. Ben Wormington for 3. 58-27, largest lead of the game for Banks at 31. 2:35 left. Ethan Scoville will come in for Neah-Kah-Nie if there's a whistle, but we should be in a running clock situation the rest of the way. Keegan Lane for 3, no, that's off the back right corner of the rim, no good, under 2.5 minutes. Noel Mayo, right wing, on top to Wormington. Littlejohn, back to Wormington, bounce pass to Walker. Cross-court pass to Noel Mayo for 3, that's no good. Rebound to Keegan Lane for the Pirates, and we're gonna get a loose ball foul on Noel Mayo, trying to poke it away from behind.
Banks out-rebounding Neah-Kah-Nie 23-19.
Keegan Lane at the line to shoot the bonus.
Led by 10 rebounds of Wyatt Selleck.
First free throw is short, no good, and the rebound to Noel Mayo for the Braves. Wormington to Mayo, back to Wormington right wing, inside to Max Walker. A couple of bodies all over him. Noel Mayo to McCutcheon. Wormington for 3 again, over and off. No, rebound tipped by Littlejohn, and Connor McCutcheon is in the scorebooks, and that'll get the student section fired up. It's 60-27, 30-second timeout Neah-Kah-Nie with 1:09 left. Banks will go to 17-3, 9-0 in Coastal Range League play.
Banks has now scored as a varsity programs on the doubleheader 120 points tonight. 60 points aside for the girls and the boys varsity right now at this point.
Outscoring Neah-Kah-Nie as a school 120-39.
Yep. And then add on the JV, it's even more. Congratulations to the Banks girls JV tonight, improving to 15-0, still undefeated.
Not sure if that's ever been done where 2 varsity programs on the same night have outscored their opponent by combined 100 points or more.
I'm sure somewhere it has.
Hunter Lane, final minute of a Banks blowout, 33-point lead. Dominic Naylor now in the game, wearing a kind of, not sure if that's a JV jersey or kind of much different looking, almost looks like a wrestling uniform. Littlejohn into the front court to Wormington. Littlejohn back to Wormington left wing. Walker to Littlejohn. Littlejohn, I think the only player not to score. Littlejohn to Mayo. Walker may not have scored either. Littlejohn to Wormington. Back to Littlejohn. Final 10 seconds. Banks will improve to 17-3. Final score, Banks 60. Neah-Kah-Nie 27 as Noel Mayo will hold it to run out the clock. Final score, Banks 60, Neah-Kah-Nie 27. Banks improves to 17-3. Banks outscores Neah-Kah-Nie combined tonight. The 2 varsity wins 120-39 in a blowout on both sides, and JV girls basketball also with the win tonight. Earlier, not sure what happened with the JV as they JV boys as they played in the middle school court across the parking lot. We'll take a 2-minute break and get you some of our final sponsors in. Banks boys 60, Neah-Kah-Nie 27. Back after this from Econofab Pole Buildings.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lighty, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a third-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
Westside Mobile Media is home to Westside's greatest hits. Great top 40 hits from the 70s to today with artists like the Bee Gees, Madonna, Billy Joel, Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston, Elton John, NSYNC, Jennifer Lopez, Imagine Dragons, Adele, and more. Local news, sports, and weather updates for Portland's Westside and live broadcasts of Banks High School athletics. Check us out at westsidesgreatesthits.com for advertising opportunities. Email westsidemobilemedia@gmail.com or call 971-330-8122.
And we're back. Final score, Banks 60, Neah-Kah-Nie 27. Banks Braves boys really don't see anybody coming close to giving them their first loss in league play. Game was competitive in the first quarter. That's about the nicest thing we can say for Neah-Kah-Nie as far as trying to make this a competitive matchup. They did outscore Banks 17-16 in the third quarter when the score was 52-24. Entering the final period, Banks outscores Neah-Kah-Nie 8-3 with mostly their bench in the game from basically the middle of the third quarter on, en route to a 60-27 win. Jonathan is tallying final numbers. Our next broadcast after tonight will be here again at home on Wednesday as Banks will host Rainier in what should be again a couple of blowouts as Banks and Corbett on the girls' side are headed towards a tiebreaker for the league championship, and not the only reason that's even really important is the winner of league will host, will get a bye through the league playoffs into the state playoffs. 2 through 4 will then play at 2. 4 will play 3. The loser of that game will be out as the Coastal Range League will only get 3 teams to state. The winner of 4 versus 3 will play 2 for the second and third spots to state in boys and girls basketball. Right now for the girls side, that's either Banks or Corbett. They're both tied right now, 1 and 2, however you want to look at it. Riverdale 3, and then Neah-Kah-Nie 4. When you look at league seedings for a possible playoff, boys side, it's Banks, Riverdale, Yamhill Carlton, and Neah-Kah-Nie in that order right now. On the girls side, Banks, Riverdale, Banks, Corbett, Riverdale, and Neah-Kah-Nie would be your 4 representatives to the 3A girls playoffs with about 3 games left in league play as Jonathan continues to tally numbers and we get you set for our Oregon Army National Guard Hero of the Game. After tonight, again, we mentioned the game here on Wednesday at home against Rainier. At Yamhill Carlton, just a 1 game next week. I think that's a Tuesday game, February 7th. And then they'll finish the season, or finish league at least, And the final home game, senior night, will be against Warrenton the following week. That's going to be the second week of February, sometime close to Valentine's Day. And then they're going to close out with a non-league game against one of their former largest rivals when they were at the 4A level. They'll be at Seaside, but that'll be a Thursday night game, and with travel on that, and that being a work day, likely will not be a broadcast for us if that was a Friday game. However, we would likely do that. A big rivalry, though, always between Banks and Seaside, as Jonathan has a look at final numbers. Wyatt Selig with 18 points and 10 boards, finishing with a double-double. Ian Bodine, 16 points and 5 rebounds. And Ethan Hansen leading Neah-Kah-Nie with 9 points and 3 boards. Banks out rebounding Neah-Kah-Nie 24-19, and Neah-Kah-Nie with twice as many turnovers as Banks, 18-9, a big difference in the 33-point victory for Banks. Jonathan, do we have a hero of the game?
It's down to the two leading scorers. It's either Wyatt Selig or Wyatt Selig or Ian Bodine, but I think we gave it to Wyatt once earlier this year, so probably Ian Bodine tonight.
Yeah, Ian Bodine with 16 points, 5 rebounds, tonight's Oregon National Guard hero of the game. Another key stat, Banks a 25-1 run in the second quarter to turn an 11-6 game after the first quarter into a 36-7 rout at halftime, and the game was pretty much over at that point. Banks had their largest lead of the game was the final score, 60-27, and I think that's going to do it for us. Our next broadcast again will be Wednesday night, starting with the girls, as Jonathan Lee will be on the call first at 6 o'clock, 5:45 pregame, as Banks hosts the Rainier Columbians, formerly known as the Trojans, with the former PGE nuclear power plant Trojan facility just outside Rainier. That was the reason for that school name. When they tore that down, they changed and became the Columbians. Columbians, kind of a river pilot type mascot, green and white school colors, coming to town on Wednesday. For Jonathan Lee, that'll do it for us on this Tuesday night. Final score, Banks 60, Neah-Kah-Nie 27. Banks girls win 60-12.
Monday night.
What's that?
Monday night.
Oh, that's right. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Our next broadcast Wednesday is 2 days away. That'll do it for us. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard. Congratulations to Ian Bodine, tonight's Oregon National Guard hero of the game. Hope to have you back with us Wednesday night, beginning with the pregame at 5:45.